been waiting for this for a very, very long time. Welcome to what could be Championship Day. It's the last oval on the 2023 NTT IndyCar Series calendar. We are live on JB Motorsports, Twitch and YouTube, and a very special hello to everyone on YouTube as we go down for the command
of the Bommarito Automotive Group and our over 1,000 team members today. I want to personally welcome the thousands of race fans today here at beautiful Worldwide Technology Raceway and the millions more watching from home. This truly is one of the greatest shows on four wheels. Dad, this one is for you. Drivers, start your engines!
Start your engines indeed. The command is given. Welcome everybody to what is going to be a very, very exciting race day. Nobody truly knows what we are about to see, but everybody knows we're about to see something truly special. Alongside me in the commentary box to talk you through it, Adam Lemwiz alongside, as well is Omi making his return to the IndyCar commentary box. Chaps, delighted to have you with us. Starting with you, Adam. Oh, it's Championship Day, and it's only 9 points he needs, Alex Palou, to be a two-time IndyCar champion.
That's right, Josh. And hello, everyone, wherever you may be watching and listening from. You're right, Josh. Could be a championship Sunday for Alex Palou. All the controversy that he's had lately regarding Ganassi Racing and McLaren. We still don't know where he's going for 2024, but all I can say is, if you listen to last night's NASCAR Cup Series race on USRN radio with Matthew Owens and Seth Eves, it was crazy in Daytona. Well, folks, it's going to be just as crazy here at Gateway because the drivers have a lot of grid penalties because of engine changes. So hold on, strap in, folks, and hold on tight. Today's race is going to be a doozy.
It really is, as we take a look through the grid as well. Newgarden on pole from Herta, O'Ward, Rosenquist, Grosjean all coming in as well. Now, we've missed the pre-race introductions as well, but I've got a latte in the commentary box, so this will keep me going for the next couple of hours to bump up everything. But Adam and Omi, starting with you, welcome. A lot of drivers getting grid penalties, including championship leader Alex Palou. Joseph Newgarden takes pole position. Palou now starts in 14th place. It's going to be a hard day for him on what is a very tricky automotive circuit.
Yep, definitely going to be a very hard day for him. Really looking forward to this IndyCar race. I think it's going to be an absolute cracker here around this oval. So, yeah, looking forward to this. And as you can see, really good spectacle this is as well. So, looking forward to this. And I think it's going to be a cracker. And I think I agree with Adam that we aren't going to see Alex Palou winning the championship today.
I hope not, because I want Joe Sambiego to have that honour when we get ready as well, if interviewing him. There is Scott McLaughlin going through for some reason at the front of the field. Newgarden, so that is further back. Newgarden from Herta coming in as well. Welcome to everybody on USRN and here on JB Motorsports. We've taken you around America. And now we are here. This could be Championship Day, but it is the last oval. And it is a privilege to be calling an oval race on the USRN network as well. Usually this is reserved to Matthew. This was the three-car pileup we had last night, though. We were waiting for ages. For those of you who didn't know, Marcus Ericsson was hit by Will Power, who lost control coming out of turn 2. A lot of rebuild for the car. They've managed to get it sorted, Adam, but he does have a different livery this weekend as well, carrying the American Legion colours.
That's right, Josh. And last night, Marcus Ericsson had a really hard crash in practice. And for you folks who don't know, next year Marcus Ericsson is on the move as he goes from Chip Ganassi over to Andretti Autosport. I think it's a really good move for the driver, and all I can say is, could today be the day that Pete Penske driver Joseph Newgarden sweep all the oval races this year in 2023. He's starting on pole after his teammate Scott McLaughlin received a 9-grid penalty for an engine change. So to me, I say absolutely the Nashville, Tennessee driver is going to be hard to beat here at St. Louis.
We're gearing up then for the start procedure. They do a couple of formation laps. Yellow is still out. No sign of rain though. If you were wondering why we didn't show practice, it's because it wouldn't end until 3 a.m. for us in the UK. So that's why we didn't show it. We have, however, recorded it, and you will be able to hear it coming soon as well. It'll be uploaded tomorrow on JB Motorsports. Those of you listening in as well, all set to go on USRN. You can get in touch with us as well. We've got everything open. There is Joseph Newgarden's pit box watching on as well. Fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. The Bommarito Automotive Group is all set. There's the driver tracker. You can count it along with us as well. Lap counter at 260. It's not going to take too long. It's about 3 laps per minute here. So take that into account. 1 to go at the line. And now, Adam, the pressure start coming up. The last oval, a 500-mile race. And this track bites. They've got to get it right. And I've got a feeling Newgarden might just sweep all of them that we've got.
Yes, Josh. Like I said, Joseph Newgarden today is going, to sweep all the oval races. It's going to be hard to do here at Gateway. But if anyone can do it, it's Joseph Newgarden. And I'm surprised he's swept all the oval races this year. Because there's so many good NTT IndyCar Series drivers who do really good on ovals. So, folks, strap in, hold on tight. We're about to kick off the final oval race of the year, and the green flag is just around the corner. So, Josh, let's rock and roll in St. Louis.
Are we going to crown a champion today? The last oval. Sit back and enjoy. 260 miles. Green flag. Away we go. Hertel on the outside. And down low, Newgarden will lead into turn 1. The two McLarens having a little bit of contact between each other. Pato and one on the inside line. And going right round the outside. There's Will Power. Dixon in the middle of it and getting into Valve 2. And we've got a caution already. As it's the 55 of Benjamin Pedersen who has crashed at turn 1. And the full course yellow out before one corner is even completed, but the two McLarens, Pato and Ward and Felix Rosenquist, very lucky not to have major contact there. What a start though, Omi.
Absolutely, what a start indeed, but caution at the end of lap 1. Not really a surprise on oval as well, but yeah, very disappointment for him, but exactly what Newgarden wanted at the front of the field. So yeah, a great start to this one.
And Adam, Benjamin Pedersen out already. That's not what the youngster needed as well. He needed to show himself as a contender on ovals, and he's thrown it away.
Yeah, Josh. Benjamin Pedersen hasn't had a good year this year. As we take a look at as we took a look at a replay of the crash involving the driver for AJ Foyt, just lost it coming in turn 1, and now it looks like Joseph Newgarden is, now the field is getting all bunched up again, and made Joseph Newgarden, I don't think is going to have a runaway race like we've seen, this year on previous ovals. To me, if Joseph Newgarden's going to win at Gateway, he's going to have to earn it, fair and square.
Caution out then at the start of lap 1 here at the St. Louis 500K at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Let's cross over to Tom Gatemore, who's on Sky. Tom. Well, we should be hearing the voice of Tom Gatemore. Might just take a second to load in as the field continue under the yellow. Benjamin Pedersen is completely out of this race, unfortunately. And his weekend, where he was tweeting a lot yesterday, actually saying, let's get going. And then, unfortunately, he's out lap 1. Car will be dismantled. They're taking the rear wing and the front wing off. They do that in order to protect any shards of carbon fiber coming off and onto the circuit. So it's a very wise idea before they will lift it up, swing it down, and take it off the circuit. So lap 1, caution out again. New Garden leads. Herta from Award. Malukas is up into 4th place. He made a storming start. Rosenquist 6th. And looking down, Rossi in 6th position. Will Power 7th. Grosjean to 8th. Scott McLaughlin fought his way back up into 9th position. And Adam as well. McLaughlin had pole, lost it, and now he's going to try and fight back again as they're using the pit lane to take the cars through.
Yeah, this was Scott's first career. This was Scott's first career pole at an oval, and he was really happy to to get it done. But I think Scott McLaughlin is another driver you need to look out for today. And for you folks who are watching on JB Motorsports, next weekend we are teaming up with the good folks at the Grid Network, and we will be providing on-track coverage of the BitNile.com Grand Prix of Portland, as Grid Network's own Joe Samaniego will be on site for all the coverage next weekend. So make sure to follow Grid Network all over social media, as they'll have you covered from green flag to checkered all next weekend at the spectacular Portland International Raceway in the Rose City, in the beautiful state of Oregon.
And hopefully the practice sessions this season will actually be taken and not have to be cancelled after 10 minutes of, 15 minutes of broadcasting for nothing. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Full coverage of that as always. I think we're commentating every session. Not obviously you, because you've got things to do, but I think the team are commentating on every session. So it won't, for the main race, I think it's me, you, Adam, and Ben Schneider. And then I think Jackson's coming in for a practice session. I think we're going to hear a couple of others as well around the topic on the Grid Network as well.
I will be available all next weekend, Josh. So I'll come join you for a practice session and qualifying for the BitNile.com Grand Prix of Portland.
Sounds good to me. Get in and get on the box, and our own team, of
Yes,
course,
sir.
will be there. Mainly as pit reporters. So basically it's just going to be bigger and better this year as well for the watch-along coverage. We're looking forward to it. I know Grid Network are looking forward to it as well. We've been talking with them non-stop, especially Joe Samaniego as he's going back trackside at Portland. So under caution for the St. Louis 500k, 500 kilometres, of course. I'm not down now, of course. 254 laps to go. No laps added on, and Omi, we're getting ready, hopefully, to go back to green, but don't forget, something we haven't talked about this weekend, because we haven't been on air talking IndyCar. It's been the IndyCar radio network team. Thank you to everyone there as well for helping out. Alternate tyres for the first time on an oval this weekend. Now, you can't start on them, so everyone's on the black primaries at the moment, but the alternative tyre can come into it. So the faster tyre we see on road courses on ovals, do you reckon that could cause A, problems, or B, exciting racing?
Well, obviously, I'm a bit unsure about the IndyCar stuff, but I really could cause a bit of both, to be honest. We'll cause some headaches, we'll cause some exciting racing, we'll cause some action. Gonna cause a bit of all.
Adam, what about you as they come through? Still yellow at the moment.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. I think this is cool what IndyCar doing. It gives everyone a lot of different tire strategies of where to go regarding when to come in, which tires you'll be taking, and this could come down to easily a pit stop race. It could be 3 stops, it could be 4 stops. It just depends on, and don't forget about the fuel strategy as well.
You might want to write this down. I know you love your facts. Ryan Hunter-Reay is the first driver in IndyCar history to go onto an oval in a race with alternative tyres. He's just got onto them now. So he is on sticker reds on an oval. That's so weird. Fantastic. I'm going to love it. So he's just changed in. As you can see, Hunter-Reay, Ferrucci, Carpenter and Canapino have come in to change tyres, and front wing change as well for Ed Carpenter. Santino Ferrucci was in there too. So it was Carpenter who hit the back of Benjamin Pedersen at the start of this race. In case that's what we've just been relayed up into the commentary box with our ears as well from everyone down pit lane. There's AJ Foyt Enterprises. Now, Adam linked up with Penske for the last 3 races as a technical engineering expert. That is quite unusual to see Penske and AJ Foyt team up. But now, effectively, AJ Foyt Racing becomes the gateway for younger Penske drivers to hone their craft in IndyCar.
Yeah, and I like the move. AJ, you have 2 iconic names in IndyCar racing history, AJ Foyt and Roger Penske. It's, 2024 will be here before we know it, and I think this is a good move. I think this is a smart move, and we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes next year. I think it's called, it's nice to see AJ Foyt and Roger Penske team up. With Josh, I think we're about to go back, to green flag racing. So I'll hand it back over to you. Take us back to the restart.
Thank you, Adam. So Newgarden will lead them away again. Let's see if we can get it right this time. Green flag, race on once more, and half the field didn't expect that. When he came out in the restart zone, Newgarden leads. Herter going down low is O'Ward getting past Malukas is on the high line. Rosenquist and Rossi making battle. And now right around the outside, that's going to be Rosenquist passing O'Ward at the high line of 2. Fantastic restart from Rosenquist. Rossi down low will power in a battle as well with Linus Lundqvist making his debut on an oval circuit as he looks to get a permanent driver course next year with the team, or in some aspects of motorsport in IndyCar. Looking to the inside, going low. He's no stranger to ovals, Adam. He's done plenty of them at the Indy NXT series.
Yes, he has, and it's really nice to see Linus Lundqvist making his NTT IndyCar series debut on an oval, and we know one seat is filled next year with Tom Blomqvist. I could see Linus Lundqvist in the other seat in 2024 over at Meyer Shank Racing. Loads of experience, so I hope it's Linus Lundqvist in the other seat next year.
I agree. I don't think it's... Alex Palou is going to go to the inside line of Lundqvist down towards turn number 3 on the backstretch, and he goes through quite nicely. So Palou's already up into 9th position as we start the 14th lap. Newgarden from Herter, Malukas, and look at this from Joseph Newgarden. Sorry, from just Scott McLaughlin on the inside line to turn 1, and he gets through. Lundqvist gives him it all, but on the inside line, McLaughlin had the speed. This coffee can't kick in quick enough, unfortunately, to get my brain back in gear. My brain needs its fast juice steering up a little bit. It is an espresso as well, so it should be kicking in quite quickly. Oh, cowbell.
Yeah.
I just had a big swing of cowbell in it, yeah.
This is a restart as well, yeah.
So, bit of dust on the circuit, lap 15. Hunter Ray's dropped back to 24th position, by the way, on his rod. He's on alternative tyres. So is Santino Ferrucci. And Ferrucci is up in 23rd position. So, keep an eye on those, because we've got no idea, have we, Adam, especially, on what these tyres are going to do. They had very little practice last night to test them out, and it was in vastly different conditions in the night compared to in the daytime we're racing here.
Yeah, I think once we have a few laps on them, we'll see what happens. And for you folks who are watching on JB Motorsports, over on the Grid Network YouTube channel, Isha and Jackson Lambros had a chance to catch up with Team Penske driver Scott McLaughlin before the action here at Gateway and leading up to Portland and Laguna Seca. So head over to the Grid Network YouTube channel, to see that interview. And Isha Jackson did a really good job interviewing Scott McLaughlin. And Isha asked a question about Shane Van Gisbergen. So Next year I think SVG will compete in NASCAR. I just don't know where, but
He'll come
we
over.
will see. In due time.
He'll come over here. He'll do the 500 for sure. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
And you can see those interviews as part of our build up throughout the weekend on the joint Grid Network shows next week at Portland. So on JB Motorsports, it'll be part of both qualifying and the race. We're doing a bigger build up to both those shows as well, and we'll be airing them on both channels and on Twitch, of course. And on USON, I believe the coverage will be with Matthew Owens and Matt White at that one. So it's going to be a lot of fun to hear from them again. And nice to have everybody, by the way, tuning in to us on USON. Hopefully you're enjoying 20 laps in, of course. Over on USON 2, coming up is the NASCAR Truck Series from Daytona. So that'll be something to watch as well afterwards. Here right now, we're 20 laps in. This is Team Communication for Newgarden.
I'll probably go down 1 on fuel here.
That team always.
So coming in, and don't forget, no Lee Diffie this weekend. So it's Kevin Lee up in the commentary box. If you're wondering why we're shutting him up and not letting him talk, it's because he's not the pit reporter this weekend. Honestly, that latte is fantastic. Just having a. I forgot to steer it.
Josh. The NASCAR Custom Truck Series is not at Daytona. They're at the historic Milwaukee Mile. So at 4 o'clock on USRN 2, Matthew Owens and Seth Eves will take you from green flag to checkered. And those two had a quite interesting NASCAR Cup Series race last night from Daytona. So if you weren't able to listen in on USRN, you can go back and listen, because that was one of the craziest NASCAR Cup Series races from Daytona
Yeah, it was.
I can remember for a very long time. So let's just say there was a very spectacular crash happened toward the end. I won't spoil anything else, but you can go back on USRN and go listen to Matthew and Seth Eves' call of the NASCAR Cup Series race from Daytona last night.
It's going to be absolutely epic as well. And don't forget, next year here on JB Motorsports, we too are covering NASCAR in a link-up with USON. So some races they'll be commentating, some races will be commentating. But the aim is to do every single NASCAR race next year with commentators across both JB Motorsports and USRN. So that is the aim. Top 5, Newgarden, Herta, Malukas, Rosenquist and Award.
We're frozen. Come on, so, but I'm here, so.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Am I here?
The championship could be decided here today regarding Alex Palou. And to me and Josh know me, we don't want to have it because we want to wait until next weekend in Portland.
Are we back? Are we back? Am I back? Am I not
Yes,
frozen?
we are.
Lovely.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we are back.
Hello.
Yeah, we are back.
Are the TV pictures okay? Do they need a refresh or are they okay?
All good?
Okay.
All
That's
good,
great.
Josh? All good.
Good. Sorry, don't know why I froze there. Just something glitching on the line. Probably the storms that have been in the area. 1 lap 26 of 216, 234 to go. Newgarden, Herta, Malukas, Rosenquist, O'Ward, the top 5. Rossi, Grosjean, Power, Palou, McLaughlin complete out the top 10. For those of you listening in on USON, the field just getting into rhythm now, I think, Adam. Just waiting for the first pit stop cycle for those on the primaries. And there's no rain in the air. The track's going to stay dry and at this temperature. So just run your strategy. And if the move comes to you, take the overtake. It's going to be that sort of night, I feel.
Yes, Josh. I will agree with you there. And let's talk about the season that Justin Newgarden has had. He's been strong. He swept the ovals like we've talked about. And my question to you is, Josh, are you surprised that Justin Newgarden has swept the ovals all season long?
I am actually. It surprised me how much he's been consistent on them. He got lucky, I think, at Indy 500 with that late red flag and battling with Ericsson. But it is such a domination effect of what he's having. Oh, hang on a minute. Sky F1 have just relaunched something, and now we've lost our audio signal. So I don't think they were actually showing the right broadcast. Tom Gamel's been talking, not hearing anything, because I can hear Tom Gamel in the background now. I preferred it without. Sorry, Tom. I know we love you, but we've heard you twice this weekend already. But I think Newgarden sweeping this weekend would be the perfect cap-off on his oval season. He was dominant at Texas, swept the Indy 500 on the last few hundred meters. But for me, the two races that stand out, I'm sure they do for you as well, Adam, Iowa. The doubles at Iowa. What a fantastic event he had there. Taking both races comfortably. I think that's where we like to see him in the future. And right now, he's doing it again, leading here, if we get our audio back.
Yeah, I was surprised. I have been surprised at this Newgarden has swept all the ovals this year. And you mentioned Iowa. Man, Justin Newgarden put on a clinic in those two races over at the Iowa Speedway earlier on this year. And what can you say that hadn't been said about Joseph this year on the ovals? He's been flawless. He's been dominant, and I don't think anybody saw this coming out in the paddock. I don't think not even his teammate Scott McLaughlin saw this coming, and so I guess we should I guess we could say Joseph Newgarden this year has been the oval king.
Oh yes, 110%. Omi, I'd love to get your thoughts as you've joined IndyCar this year, a couple of them, and just been watching, growing knowledge and everything. What have you made of IndyCar? Where does it rank in terms of the motorsport you watch?
That's a hard one. I think, obviously, as I've watched Formula 2 and Formula 3 since 2017, I'm gonna obviously have to put it behind that, because I've just watched F2 and F3 longer, so it's kind of hard not to put it, it's kind of hard not to put IndyCar, but I do enjoy the touring cars more than the IndyCar as well, because I think the IndyCar racing can sometimes be a bit boring as well, just like F1, and obviously F1 just has that different little feeling as well, so but yeah, IndyCar's been a bit dramatic this year, but obviously right now, like, everyth's covered as I'm kind of falling a tiny bit asleep, so I don't really know where to put it, but I do prefer a bit of the Porsche Super Cups and also the Formula E, so I think, unfortunately, it might be a tiny bit low on my list.
Adam, you follow every motorsport on the planet as we see at the moment. Lundqvist making a move there, lapping up. Is that? Yeah, that is Lundqvist lapping Callum Ilott, who's further down the field as well. No, that's Lundqvist making 11th place out of Ilott. Timing towers won't catch up with what we're actually viewing. Adam, you watch so much motorsport. I know you're a die-hard supercar fan over in Australia, and we are going to be doing a couple special races next year as well with supercars, fingers crossed, that we can get the timings right. And I know I was going to bring you on for those, obviously, but where does IndyCar follow? Because you've got IndyCar, NASCAR, supercars, Formula 1, every motorsport, like me, you follow. Where does this rank for you, IndyCar, compared to everything else?
To me, IndyCar is in my top 5. Obviously, supercars would be first, then NASCAR, then IndyCar, and then Formula 1, because this year in Formula 1, what can you say? What can you say about Max Verstappen that hasn't been said? I mean, you might as well just hand him over the title, hand over the Constructors' Championship to Red Bull, and and the performance Max Verstappen had, in his home Grand Prix, at Zandvoort in the rain, and I have no more words. I have no more words for him.
Just let him go, really,
I've used every word I can think of to describe him this year. I mean, I don't know how he won today in Zandvoort, but he did. And we haven't seen the perfect season in F1. I think we're going to see the perfect season this year.
Terrifies me.
All you F1 fans. Yeah, all you Lewis Hamilton fans that are watching and listening along. I think it's going to have to take some sort of miracle to have Max Verstappen not win, but Josh told me
Yeah,
we've seen
something.
crazier things happen in F1. You guys have known. You guys know that just as much as me. So,
Yeah.
can the perfect season happen? Yeah, but I truly think it does happen this year. I think the perfect season does happen. I don't see how anyone can knock off Max Verstappen. He is. I mean, the
Another
guy is.
dimension.
To me, the guy is unbeatable. It doesn't matter what conditions, what track.
He can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
One lap shootout with red flags, anything, you'll win it.
So much like
That's what
Australia.
Fossil.
Oh, yeah,
That's
go on.
what Fossil says in the YouTube chat. Perfect timing, ribs and racing. Yeah. For you fans that are watching, St. Louis is known for barbecue just like Nashville is. And St. Louis ribs are really, really good. So I know it's almost 9 o'clock over there in the UK for Josh and Omi. So we can talk about dinner.
Yeah, need food. I've had half my dinner. I couldn't stomach it. After the day we've had, I literally had half of my Sunday meal that was lovingly prepared. But I will finish the pie. It was a lovely meat pie. And I will finish that after this race. And I will go to bed and hopefully sleep. But I don't think I will sleep until about 2 a.m. Compared to normal. While we're under this little delay, let's check in for the first time with Tom Gaymore as the field just giving up their first stops.
Try and go to at least lap 60, probably even 65 to make it on 3 stops. And that's basically what you're seeing here. It's the calm before the storm. Everyone's backed off and they're just trying to make the fuel mileage in this first stint, and then the race will come alive. I don't know why Ed Carpenter in the ECR car is not getting the blue flags. He should be. Newgarden should be getting through there. Then he'll be up to the back of the tail, and that'll be Stingray Rob ahead of him. But at the moment, track position is everything, and Joseph Newgarden looking really strong. Colton Herter is looking good as well. Little Dave nicknamed himself that after last year's performance. He was second here last year. His heroics there were something to see. He's rumoured to be off to Andretti Autosport at the end of the year for 2024. So Dave Malukas very much on everyone's radar, and he's going to lose that nickname, Little Dave, that he gave himself when he reaches victory lane. Will today be the day? Can anyone stop Joseph Newgarden? 4 from 4 this year on the ovals. Will he make it a clean sweep? 5 from 5. This, of course, the final oval of the year before we head to Portland and Laguna Seca. 2 road courses to round out the year. Can Alex Palou clinch the crown here? That'll be pretty special. He's in 9th place at the moment. He's ahead of Scott Dixon, who's down in 13th. But as I said, this is very much the calm before the storm. He needs a points advantage of 109 points at this event to clinch his 2nd championship in 3 years, which is quite a sensational performance. But this hasn't always been Alex Palou's best track. He's competed in 4 races at Worldwide Technology Raceway. He doesn't have that record that he has at other places around here. His average starting position of 12th and his average finishing position of 14th. Well, he'll have to improve on that today.
Cheers, Tom. Tom Gaymore over there at Sky headquarters. Friend of the channel, of course, is Tom Gaymore. Always helpful for advice and support, and always a fun guy to talk with, and hopefully we'll have him back on the team at some point after the IndyCar season. Looking up for a practice session near you in the second half of the year. Just a bit of tete-a-tete to come through. But there's Palou, 9th at the moment. And looking at points as they run, if I can get it working, as I said, that is first pit stop for Sato coming in. Can we have a look where it is now at the moment? Here's points as they run then. If you take a look at it, it's Alex... Oh, hang on a minute, it hasn't loaded up yet. Hasn't loaded, hasn't changed. So we'll let that change over in a second, and we'll do points as they run. With 208 to go. But Newgarden from Herta 1.2, and they're just waiting, aren't they now? As now it's changed over. So points as they run. Alex Palou, 551. Joseph Newgarden, 487. That's a 74-point gap. It needs to be 109. If it's more than that, Alex Palou is your 2023 champion. Right now, it's not enough, Adam. And I think that's the question. He's just got to make sure it is enough at some point today.
Yeah. And, you know...
Oh, Sato, sorry, Sato, I'm going to have to cut you off. Sato was slow, incredibly slow, coming through turn 3 and 4. He was wiggling the car around. Has he got an issue? He's just come into the pit lane, of course, and he is incredibly slow in the traffic. I don't think it was a command blue. We've got nothing from the screen, so we'll keep an eye on Sato as he goes through 1 and 2. Passed now by... Well, that's going to be on the inside line, isn't it, for Carpenter and Herta going through. Yeah, Sato had a real big problem now getting out of the way of everyone.
Yeah, Takuma Sato is a driver that has done good at ovals in the past, so to me it looks like Takuma Sato just got loose in 1 and 2, and
Award, whoa! Award went through, and Rosenquist went through on Herta, and Herta's dropping places because here comes Rossi on the inside line. You lose 1 place on an oval and it changes. Rosenquist to the inside line. Herta blocking, and through goes Rossi. The 3 McLarens mug Colton, and he decides, I want enough. Into the pit lane, I surrender. Alternates go on. Right, Adam, I can let you continue with your point now because I keep being interrupted.
Yeah, I will say that Takuma Sato is a really good driver, and we all don't want Alex Palou to win the championship. We all want him way into Portland.
Yeah, every single day. To pits, go down pit road.
The instruction for him, they'll go ahead and just put another set of primaries on here and send Colton back out, but was dropping in a hurry. They wanted to get him in and get some new tires on.
I know we heard Tim Cindric telling... No, sorry, not Tim Cindric. It was the Thirsty Threes we're talking about making this a 3-stopper from here. Guys, based on tires, I don't think that's going to be possible. Remember, we had 9 laps of caution, and we're still coming in before these cars are running out of fuel. It's your championship leader, Alex Palou, on your screen, is down on pit lane. Dylan.
And I believe they have got the alternates laid out. I just went down there and checked. That looked like what they were going to maybe do. And look here indeed. So here we go. Palou's going to put the alternates on. Firestone's on, waiting on the shell fuel. He's down the way. So this will be our first true test. We'll see what the alternates do in race conditions.
And I think a great test of what does Palou's degradation look like on any tire. Palou not going far enough to make it a 3-stopper. If Newgarden can stretch this thing,
Roman Gardner on 6, Will Power 7, Scott McLaughlin.
This ILOT, we understand, might have hit
Scott Dixon 9th, and Colin ILOT right now rounds out your top 10. So it's going to be a crazy end of the NTT IndyCar Series season, and then next year we don't know what the schedule's going to look like. So
it's going to be. We haven't got it. Is ILOT going slow? We haven't got it yet, have we? The next year, it's really weird.
No, we have not received. We have not received the NTT IndyCar Series schedule for next year yet. Hopefully, we get it. Before Laguna Seca, at least see a couple cars coming down pit road, and it looks like one of them is an Aaron McLaren driver. So let's go down. Down pit road.
Everybody's coming in here. Felix Rosenquist will get another set of primary Firestones. Scott McLaughlin right behind him. They go with the front wing change and a set of primaries as well for McLaughlin. Look like maybe just a little bit of a slow stop on the 3 car.
So still a little early for Award and McLaughlin.
So yeah, this is the pit stops now coming into play as we heard from Adam, and there goes Pato Award. He's coming in now to change over to tyres. Carpenter 7.8 seconds. Kirkwood and Arlock coming in.
Garden in 2.
Pit road.
This is generally good enough, though, to be able to get it home.
Race leader's
just a little
in.
bit more caution, Georgia.
Yeah, Joseph Newgarden, race leader, came to the attention of his crew. They put 4 Firestone tires on the PPG number 2. It looks like the Reds. They also filled it up with Shell fuel, and he is on his way.
And that is
Race leader then coming into the pit lane. He's got out just alongside Santino Ferrucci. He makes his second stop of the afternoon, taking off the alternative tyres, putting back on the primaries. Rossi and O'Ward and Pillow and now Ferrucci got back out there on them, and Helio Cashinobes. And what is that? I thought Ilott was crabbing down in the pit lane. It looks like he might have touched the wall somewhere. A broken rear left axle is being looked at right now, Adam, and that I don't think is going to be safe enough to head out there. That could end up in an accident.
Yeah, and it looks like it could be game over for Colin Ilott, but we won't know anything until we hear anything official from pit road. But so Josh, you mentioned the you mentioned the supercars season and Shane Van Gisbergen. It's gonna be weird not having SVG in the series next year, but next year it could be one of the craziest supercar seasons we've seen in a long time, with silly season going down there in Australia, as we see more cars entering pit road, and it looks like one of them is Scott Dixon. So Josh, let's go to pit road.
A different strategy.
Georgia.
The Firestone alternate tires will power away. Dixon also away.
That opens up options for both of them as we watch Joseph Newgarden coming by in that blue and white PPG Chevy. He is going to regain the lead of the race, but Power and Dixon went 3 laps longer, so they're getting better tire life along with the fuel mileage.
I'll tell you who made out well in that pit stop sequence was Colton Herta, who was really struggling, but did the undercut to go to fresh tires and is able to hang on. Now back up to second place is the 26.
The undercut Townsend's talking about, that's when you pit on the earlier side, get onto those fresher tires sooner, and you can run some very quick lap times as the cars that stayed out drive around on older rubber and they're a bit slower.
Now we get a read. These are the softer red tires on Pato Award's car. Let's just ride for a couple laps and get a sense. Do these have that much more grip? It sure looks like it.
Yeah, this is a great back-to-back for 2 cars, similar speed, running together before the pit stop. But in this line of traffic, you see the lap cars up in front of Colton.
Watch
Herta.
Pato. He backed out way early going into 1, trying to get a run into turn 3. I don't think it's going to be enough, but he's slowing up the entry, working on the exit.
It's all about your timing.
Well, yeah, it's all about the time, isn't it? You've got to get it right. And Herta just ahead for P2, then Newgarden just ahead. This is O'Ward's best chance. He's out there on the alternative tyres. So's Newgarden. Not a lot of data on these, and he's got to figure out when he's going to push. Now, Omi, just coming with you, we saw this earlier on, didn't we, with Alonso versus Verstappen, exactly how long he's got to get in it. Otherwise, if he wastes time, the alternative tyre goes off quite quickly. And Herta's on the primary, so he's got to go for it on the faster tyres.
Yep, he absolutely does need to go for it.
Is he going to go? Oh, he's getting alongside towards turn 1. Herta's going to get swung out, and yes, he's gone for it. Herta goes through into second position. Newgarden leads O'Ward Herta at the moment. And now Malukas is coming in as well. Can David Malukas get onto the podium? He likes ovals, doesn't he, Adam? He was so fast at the 500, quick at Iowa as well. And I think we even mentioned him back at Texas as well, back in March, April time. So he is good at these tracks. Malukas is an oval specialist.
Yeah, David Malukas is a really good oval driver, loads of experience. And I can see David Malukas in victory lane, if not, this year, sometime in 2024. So he's got the talent, to get into victory lane in 2024. And right now, it's Joseph Newgarden's race to lose, folks. So Joseph Newgarden has swept all the oval races this year, like we said, and he's been. And I think next year, Joseph Newgarden, one that you should put on your list, to win the NTT IndyCar Series Championship. You got for a really good team in Team Penske, so you want an early championship pick for me for 2024. I'm going to say Joseph Newgarden.
Good call.
What a talent in Team Penske.
Very good call as well on that one. I've now picked up a fidget spinner in the commentary box as well, just because I need something to distract my hands with as well. We haven't got a lip mic to come through. So, Newgarden, hang on a minute, what's happened here? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000.
Oh.
That's a timing glitch. It's 4/10. Newgarden to Herta. If it was 1,000, that would be a lot more shouty. They were
We're trying to beat a 007 from yesterday.
I had no idea. That was such a weird one, wasn't it? I mean, was it 5 times in one session? Loads of different drivers? Was 007 away? That was great.
That was absolutely incredible.
James Bond.
Oh, I love James Bond. I want to watch a 007 now. I think we were talking about it in the... We were saying it. I want to watch Bond. We watched Casino Royale recently, one of my favourites, and now we've got to suffer Quantum of Solace before it gets good with Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die.
Oh, yeah. To let all of you know regarding the F1 race in Las Vegas, we're all going to look a little bit different as all of us guys are going to wear tuxes.
Yes.
And that means...
Oh, no!
That means...
It's Stingray Rob! Stingray Rob! He's got loose and he's touched the wall! Stingray Rob, and he's checking the car! I think he's got a suspension problem. He might have just got it away with it. He was shaking the car erratically. Stingray Rob, wide out of turn 2, just touches the wall and just gets away with it. Unbelievable. And now he's going to hold up as well as on the inside. There goes. That's VK passing Power, and Power's got lost out in this now. He's been held up by Stingray Rob and now goes on the inside. Well, that was quite dramatic.
Yeah. So that means, Josh,
Taxes, yes.
Does that mean that Megan is required to wear a dress for the
right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I said this. I said this to her. Megan never wears dresses. She absolutely hates them. The best I can probably get is for her to wear some form of jumpsuit in the commentary. So we will double check. But Las Vegas.
I'll wear something different as well.
Yes.
Something like I did for the Indy 500.
Well, and I thought tux, because why not? We're in Vegas. It's a funny race. It's 6 a.m.
I want to have a party there.
I can't think of anything funnier than early in the morning on a Saturday night commentating on a Las Vegas race and wearing a tuxedo. To me, that just sounds funny. So, yeah.
I'll do it.
Exactly.
I'll do it.
It's going to be fun. And plus, anyway, you can cheat slightly because those of you who sit down to commentate, you can just have the shirt and the tie on and some comfortable trousers. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to have to wear the whole shebang. And there's a replay coming in as well. I've already touched the
Well,
wall.
I can do that as well because you guys can't see what I'm wearing.
That's true. If you sit down.
That's true. That's true. F1 on the Las Vegas Strip. I never thought I would see that. But it's happening.
It's going to be such a
We're
weird
going to be
race.
ready to scream
will
that
probably win there.
Let's scream and have a party after the race.
I don't know about a party. I don't want a party. I think I get to go back to bed after that one, and I'm very much looking forward to that. No, I don't. I think there's a race on later on in the afternoon, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to... Yes, there is.
Maybe not.
There's a race in Qatar for MotoGP later on in the day. Set from Award.
Newgarden into not saving fuel. And a friendly reminder on the camera, we can visibly see verbals offline, so just be careful.
So yeah, you got to be careful. Can't push too hard. But Pato's looking for his first win of the year, while Newgarden's looking for his to sweep the ovals this year. So Pato kind of talked to me about that earlier today. He said, "I've made my peace if we don't win, but we deserve one. I'm driving really well. Our cars have been great. We just need everything to come together for us." And they're trying to take matters into their own hands right now.
And I think they want to force Newgarden to not be able to make it on 2 more stops is the idea. He's kind of right on that bubble. Pitted on lap 63 to Joseph Newgarden, but that first stint, of course, had 9 laps of caution.
And O'Ward was the big winner in the first round of pit stops from 5th to 2nd. We also saw Marcus Ericsson 14 before his stop, and now is up to 6th. Callum Ilott also is out of the car and done for the day. So he's been very promising on the ovals this season, but is not going to get a result here in the final one of 2023. It's been the other side of things for Joseph Newgarden, trying to sweep the season. No one has ever won every oval race if there's been more than one in a year in the 100-plus year history.
And Joseph came in.
Yeah, Newgarden could be doing it, winning every oval race. It would be a new record, and he would deny Alex Palou the championship, which is exactly what... I know it's awful, but it's exactly what we want. We don't want it to be this weekend. Palou can win the title, but we want it to be at Portland when Joe Samiego's there to actually interview him.
Yes.
And we'll stay, and we will stay live on air. We will stay live on air until he gets the interview, by the way. So we will. So let's hope Joe can get it quickly and get it uploaded ASAP. Go hang around after and get an interview with our champion. Points as they run: Palou 563, Newgarden is 76 back, Dixon 108. So Dixon eliminates himself from the championship. It will be Palou and Newgarden, but Newgarden would have to win the next 2 races, with Palou scoring no points if he has any chance of winning this championship. Palou looks to have got it sewn up, and it will be the earliest season wrap-up, I think, in around about, 8 years at least, Adam, in the championship? It's been ages since the last time it's been won before the end of the season.
Yeah. I stuck Alex Palou is running 8th at the moment on an oval. That's surprising. Normally he's not good at ovals, but he's having a good showing so far. So, if Justin Newgarden were Gareth got Dixon for second in the points, Justin Newgarden can do really good at Portland and also Laguna Seca. So, but I think Alex Palou has one hand on the. I think Alex Palou has one hand on this year's NTT IndyCar Series Championship. I think he'll clinch it in Portland. I think we'll wait one more race and then he'll do it in Portland, where we all want it to happen.
Yeah. Callum Ilott has officially retired. You heard the NBC crew. Go on, Amy.
Do you have the chew cam for a bit?
Give me a second. I should be able to, yeah.
Because I need to go off camera for a bit. Just to quickly
just put it.
Out.
Do you need to turn off ABS as well?
Sorry? It's for about 10 minutes, I'd say.
All right, go on. No worries. As they come in. So I'll just check. Oh, actually, I don't need to do anything. I can just leave it as it is, because you've got your picture on me. So I'll just leave it as it is to come through.
Yeah, that works as well.
Yeah, that works. Just do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly eat my burger because it's hot right now.
Eat hot burgers. That's what we're in a barbecue state. Do it as they come through.
Yes. Yeah, we're in a barbecue state. Yes.
So Herta running P3. He's 0.3 of a second ahead of Malukas, but it is 7 seconds behind O'Ward, who's caught up to Newgarden, and those two are going to be battling it out, just like they were at Iowa back in 2022. When Herta actually beat out Newgarden that day as well, because Newgarden ended up backwards into the wall, unfortunately. And then he was perfectly okay from that, but fell out of his truck and broke bones as well, didn't he? So it's not great. Let's go over to NBC.
How did they come up with that shape in the first place? I have a theory that the track designers were influenced by the gateway to the west. If you look at the arch, amazingly, it is almost the exact width, base to base, 630 feet side to side for the arch, right about 630 feet side to side on both ends of the track down in 1 and 2. So, circumstantial coincidence? I don't know. I think there was some existential powers at work there. I'm calling it the arch corner from now on.
It sits in the shadow of the arch, so it's very possible. But yeah, that compromise end-to-end can be such a challenge, and that's what Colton's dealing with right now. It's typical to have an understeering balance in turn 1-2, where the front tires just don't work as well as you want them to, and then you get to 3-4, and it's the back look at the car that's a little uneasy.
You know how you can make that fact, Townsend, or close to it? Just go to Wikipedia and add that to the description.
We'll have a third party do that. Russ, we got a week, Russ. Let's make it happen.
Our Executive Vice President of Statistical Analysis. All right, let's get back on target here and listen to some radio conversation on the 26 Herta Gatebridge team.
I don't understand what's going on. Are we trying to 3-stop or 4-stop? 4. We think everyone's on 4. Problem is we're stuck behind the 2-lap cars at the moment. I'm not going to be able to pass these guys. Copy.
There you go.
It's very matter of fact. You know, the balance isn't good enough to be in that dirty air and pull off the pass. I mean, we talked about it earlier. That dirty air, imagine a boat through water, the wake that comes off behind it. These race cars are designed to go through clean, undisturbed air. But once you get into that wake, that air wake behind, that dirty air hitting the car robs it of downforce, robs it of grip, changes the balance, and that's what makes it so hard to follow in these corners.
And I like Colton Herta's strategy of 4 stops along with this guy, Grosjean. Really need to just get to lap 100 to make it a 4-stop deal, and is Grosjean pitting to get off those reds early.
Yeah, and I've started to hear some drivers be a little bit unhappy with how they've started today. So Grosjean's done with them. He'll be able to do primary to the end if he wants.
Yeah, that degradation was one of the big question marks with those red tires, and now that information's starting to come out as more people have run them.
I don't see a lot of degradation, though, for Pato O'Ward, who still sits about a second behind Joseph Newgarden, also on the red tire. Linus Lundqvist now opting to get off the reds.
So pit stop's coming in. Here's Lundqvist.
Lundqvist, his first oval start, continuing to do a great job. Team owner Mike Shank said he has checked every single box every time he's been in our race car this year for his third IndyCar start. 4 Firestones and fuel for Lundqvist.
Yeah, it really has been impressive since he jumped in Nashville, filling in for Simon Pagenaud, who's still recovering from an accident earlier in the year. Simon,
got to be so careful right here as a rookie. Don't lose it on the
And he's got it good at the exit. Well done.
In practice, Scott McLaughlin lost it there. It led to an accident between Will Power and Marcus Ericsson.
So those that have made the second stop are still going to have to do a little bit of work to get back on the 4-stop strategy. They're going to need to extend just a few laps.
Yeah, they're okay. I think if you're Grosjean and you got off the reds, you can run 52 laps on this stint, no problem. Colton Herta is now within his 4-stop window, so he's got the option to pit any time, and I think the undercut is the way to go. If I'm Colton Herta, I'd probably pit now. If I'm struggling with balance, make it happen. The only reason you would is a yellow.
Let's talk about this guy right here, Marcus Ericsson in the Franken car.
Oh, there it is. Santos.
Oh, Santos touched the wall! Again, second time running, Santos touched the wall. And he's checking the car. Has that car got a problem, Adam? It just keeps understeering.
I think it does. And Josh, we talked about Max Verstappen earlier, how dominant he's been this year at F1. Do you think he would ever make at least one start here in IndyCar?
Yes. I think so, yeah. He just touched it again. Oh, trying to go the inside. Let's go back over.
Any contact whatsoever, but then again, just a little bit too much speed in as we see Will Power there. He's coming to pit lane now.
Way early. He went the longest on his first at Georgia.
That is absolutely correct. And I see the red tires, so the black tire Firestone's coming off, the reds going on, and filled with shell fuel, he's down and away. Dylan, Pato
O'Ward is on his way in, so he ran about 42 laps or so on these alternates and said, I've got to come. These are starting to fall off here, so that Will Anderson made the call. Come down, they'll put the primaries on, and he also will be done with the alternates for the day. They'll put the four primary tires on. Pato's been happy with the balance, just needs to try to find a way to get around Newgarden.
Georgia.
Newgarden brings the two to the attention of his crew. The reds come off, the blacks go on there, filling that two up with shell fuel, and he's down and away.
He's just covering.
So Newgarden gets out. Rossi's coming in too. Herta takes the lead. Maluka's down into second position already, but Joseph Newgarden takes over with some new tyres going out there on the circuit. This is going to be a very crucial stage. 104 of 260 here at the Bommarito Automotive Group 500. And there is Pato O'Ward. Can he get the jump on him down towards turn number 1? He's on much fresher primary tyres compared to Newgarden, who's just hitting them up, coming out the low line at turn 1. And this is going to be a crucial stage of the race. Can Pato get ahead of him? It's going to be wheeled at the exit. Pato's ahead of him. And I don't think he did. I think he's just got up ahead, hasn't he? On the TV pictures. Yes, he has.
Yes.
Well, Adam, that's going to be very energetic now for Newgarden to know that effectively he's got a pit stop advantage over that of Pato O'Ward every single time. In fact, multiple. Look at that. O'Ward stuck behind, I can't tell, Canapino, and then it's, where's it, VK actually stuck behind? Is he going to go for an overtake? No, it is Canapino who was stuck behind, yeah. That's only 15th on a lap down. Well, this is a crazy race so far as they come into it.
It would be. It would be. And would you want to see Lewis Hamilton compete in an IndyCar race, one time, Josh?
Say again, sorry, Adam, I didn't hear that bit.
I said, would you like to see Lewis Hamilton compete in an NGT IndyCar Series race at one time?
You're breaking up on my end. Say again. Would you like to see Alex?
I said, would you like to see Lewis Hamilton compete in an...
Yes, I would. I would love to see Hamilton do it. Come over here and give it a go. Max Verstappen as well, I think, would be incredibly exciting to watch, and I'd love Hamilton to come over and give it a go. I don't think he would, though, because I don't think he's been welcome much. Sorry, Adam, I couldn't hear them. My headphones were blaring out more of the track noise than your audio.
That's okay.
So, sorry about that. As they come through, some of the cars coming down pit road. Conor Daly and Takuma Sato's in. Reinhard Ray boxes, as now we're going to see battling effectively for the net lead of the race, as Pato O'Ward has now cleared the traffic, and he's right up behind Joseph Newgarden coming through 1 and 2, and he's being held up by Malukas and Herta, 4 running in together. Someone's left a kettle on in the background, it sounds like, as they look to the inside line. That's a complete loss of audio from the track side. On NBC's side of things, they've lost commentary. They've completely lost commentary. There we go, it's back now. Somebody was putting the brakes on. Herta, Malukas, Rosenquist in the throw in the front. So it's like 110 at 260. And the racing will come out. There goes, that is Ed Carpenter coming out of the pit lane. Oh, and he's right in the middle of Joseph Newgarden, and Newgarden gets through, but he blocks Pato O'Ward. And O'Ward's going to have much fresher much hotter tyres, better grip compared to Ed Carpenter, and he breezes through, and following him goes as well. Is that going to be Rossi? Yeah, Rossi gets ahead.
Yes, it is Rossi. Yes.
They've swapped paints again, with Rosenquist in the lighter blue car on the oval this weekend. It's harder and harder to spot.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, Josh, there are too many orange cars, in IndyCar.
Yeah, I've added to that tonight with the top, because I was at Zandvoort doing it all.
Yeah. Actually, the shirt I've got, it has one orange horizontal line, so you can see.
Oh yes.
There you go.
I see it.
There you go. So I have my orange on too. I
tried to get Megan to wear an orange shirt blouse, but she said no. So Megan wore black today.
Okay. Yeah.
I know. Disappointing to let the side down. I always, you know me, I always wear a shirt on race day. Always love it. Got a collection. Today, though, I thought I'd get in the spirit of it. I brought this orange top. It's the same colour as a Dutch orange as well. So I put it on, t-shirt, and I just feel weird. But but it's natural. But it's usually this is my loungewear, not my workwear. So it's weird commentating in one. Into the pit lane then. This comes Herta. So he comes in, as does Felix Rosenquist, who we're riding with now, and also in is Stingray Robb. So it's going to be a good stop from Herta. He's going to put on the alternative tyres. It's another set of the black primaries, though, from the McLaren. Or Rosenquist, no idea. And yeah, Herta gets out just ahead again of Rosenquist. What a Stingray Robb put on the car. Can't tell, actually. He's left the pit lane already, but a lap goes through on everybody else. So, once again, a lot. Jess says, evening, did I miss much? We're running one caution for Benjamin Pedersen on the opening lap, getting hit by Ed Carpenter. After that, it's been green flag running. We've had a few drivers hit the wall, just a brush. Malukas has done it once. With Stingray Rob's done it once. Takuma Sato's done it twice. Callum Ilott did hit the wall. He retired in the pit lane with suspension damage, and that's all pretty much you've missed. As we see on the inside, more lapped cars. That's Marcus Ericsson getting ahead of Scott Dixon, who at the moment is the net race leader, but it's still going to change over. So Dixon leads, Kirkwood, Ferrucci, Newgarden, Award. But watch for Newgarden and Award. They are the 1-2 in this race. Canapino's got his lap back, but now we're in the difficult thing of having, our third green flag pit stops, Adam, I think? Yeah, it's 3, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was right, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And,
it's confusing.
Let's talk about Marcus Ericsson going to Andretti Autosport.
Yeah.
What's your take on it, Josh? Do you think he'll do good next year over there?
I think it was a timely move as well. The rumour is he's replacing Romain Grosjean at the 28 car. We haven't had it officially confirmed what car Ericsson is driving yet, but we've all thought it was the 28 because they're not happy. Grosjean's not happy, and Andretti aren't happy with him, as that's Maluka's taken the net lead of the race. So I think he'll be driving the number 28. I think it's a great fit. DHL livery as well. Marcus Ericsson, the 500 winner, very popular in the paddock, very fast racer. It's a perfect fit. I think we're in for another Ryan Hunter-Ray situation with Marcus Ericsson and that team. It looks good to me. And DHL, we don't know if they're still sponsoring next year. This could be the thing that persuades them to stay on for the number 28 car. A race winner, a proven race winner.
Where do you think Romain Grosjean goes in 2024? Do you think he stays here at IndyCar, or do you think he goes back over to Europe?
I know he's got the Lamborghini running IMSA, and I think he could either go full-time there. I think there's a seat open for him at World Endurance Championship at one of the top teams in hypercar. That's what I've been hearing, especially in the Alpine area of things. That could be a very interesting fit, because of course Alpine were Renault, and he used to race at Renault when it was Lotus Renault in Formula 1 for a number of times. They gave him his debut in Formula 1 Renault, so there's a nice symmetry there if that is the case. But I personally think he's going to stay and be either at Meyershank Racing, or he's going to go and take on another series in the States, like i.e. IMSA or NASCAR. Because there's nowhere left for him in Europe, really, and he won't go back to Formula 1, because Haas was an option, but they've re-signed Magnussen and Hülkenberg for next season, and there's nowhere else open. So Grosjean's heading, unfortunately, it looks like for retirement, unless he can get another seat.
Yeah, Romain Grosjean is a very good driver, and I believe we see Linus Lundqvist in the pit, so let's go down the pit road.
That tested just last week at Worldwide Technology Raceway. They felt like they made major gains. He's back, rejoined the field.
Gray is one of those that still needs to use the red.
Cheers, Georgia. Debut for Georgia on the broadcast. Full course yellow. Full course yellow. Who's hit the wall? Well, I can't see anything yet on our timing screens, unless it's a loose wheel. The yellow is out, and we don't know why. That's why it's Sato! Well, it had to happen, and this time broken front right and rear right suspension, so he's hit the wall, spun it around, and Takuma Sato for Chip Ganassi Racing ends his IndyCar season in the barrier. Well, Adam, that was writing on the wall from minute 1.
Yep. Like third time's the charm, Josh. I think it's the saying. Well, let's call it. We'll see where Takuma Sato goes next year in 2024. He's a really good driver. Previous winner of the Indy 500. So, hopefully to make Takuma Sato gets a full-time ride, in Indy, in the NTT IndyCar Series next year. He got the talent for it.
Does indeed have the talent for it. I'd love to see it as well for Sato to be in back permanently. Let's check in with Tom Gamble then under the yellow.
Dixon, I think it's going to force him to pit lane once that opens. Of course, pit lane will be shut until safe to open. This is not a good thing, I don't think, because he was pushing the envelope regarding a 3-stopper. Now this brings everyone else back into that sort of window of whether or not they can do it in 2 more stops. So I think this neutralizes the advantage Scott Dixon had. If anything, normally it would be a real positive, but I just think it's come out 5 or 6 laps too early, and actually Scott Dixon would have preferred it to be running green. So 125 laps of 260 completed. Thanks to everyone who is tweeting in. Tony Driver with a question, and I know it's X, but I keep saying Twitter. From the onboards, the car's gearing down towards a turn. Is this more fuel efficient than slowing down but remaining in the same gear? Yes, the fuel efficiency comes into it, but actually if they don't shift down, they don't get that bite and rotation. So actually by leaving it in a taller gear, they'll find the car just pushing on, especially if they're not braking through 3 and 4 and having to roll speed. So it's sort of matching that efficiency with the balance. As I said, if you don't shift down, you won't get that nose down and the rotation of the car as you want it. So a few questions you can sort of tweet in. Reach me at Tom Gaymore, Gaymor. Use the Sky IndyCar hashtag. I think Philip Lane tweeted in earlier saying, with the cautions, will they sweep the track? Well, depending on the length of the caution, you might see sweepers out. Yeah, you can see a sweeper out there on the high line of turns 1 and 2. That happens. There was also another question about why do the cars look like they're crabbing? Well, that's the geometry, how they're set up here, because of course they're only turning left. And Kat says the hubby wants to know whether the drivers can only turn left for a couple of days after an oval race like this. More than likely. Actually, when you get out the car, you start to walk left. You have to stay in the car for a bit, especially as a rookie. It really is disorientating.
To a Worldwide Technology Raceway, pits have just opened. The leader, Scott Dixon, has not made his second stop yet, trying to win for the second race in a row. He is headed down to pit lane. He needed to stop soon. A couple of others did as well. The question will be, did anybody else come? Yes, Joseph Newgarden is also coming 20 laps after he last stopped, Georgia.
Absolutely, and the team asked Joseph before this stop, what do you need? Joseph said, I need a little bit more weight. Those tires came off, the black tires went on. Scott Dixon already in the pits as well. The red tires, the alternate tires, those are off. Black's back on. Dixon is down on pit lane.
I did not see that coming. Newgarden coming in.
Yeah, nobody expected this, did they? Yellow coming at the wrong time, Adam.
Yes. Yeah. And,
oh, hang on. Ericsson's crashed in the pit lane. Ericsson has missed his pit box, and has he got a wheel off? What's happened? Ericsson's wheel was not attached, and he has got no rear right. They're having to jack it up and pull it back. The nut did not go on. Unbelievable. How did that happen?
Luckily, Marcus Ericsson's pit was right there. So,
he's going.
It was a 3-wheeler, now it's a 4-wheeler again.
Let's take a look. So he's going off from alternates to the black primary, and the gun never went, and he was going, hold it. Oh. Oof. That could have been nasty. They'll get a penalty for that, so I believe he'll be sent to the back of the field, if I'm right, Adam. That's what the usual penalty is, right? Yeah.
Yes. That's great, Josh.
So he'll get sent back. Omi's rejoined us. Omi, what are you making so far of this amazing IndyCar race as we approach halfway?
It's been a good one. I basically came back exactly when the yellow came out, so I probably shouldn't have come back. Well, maybe it's going to give us a bit of action. I think me wearing yellow is causing yellows today quite a bit.
What about... well, there's no red, though. And the sweepers are out. Right, back to Tom Gaymore.
A chance
gives us a break onto yellow.
in those cars. It's all worked out, apart from Marcus Ericsson, who had that problem with the left rear there. Ended up in Will Power's pit box. And Joseph Newgarden now talking to his crew.
Oh, okay, that's what I was trying to figure out, but...
Joseph Newgarden just trying to figure out who and how many cars are ahead of him at the moment. On my timing screen, it's showing Scott Dixon. That is because he was leading as the caution came out. So, if anything, it is a benefit for Scott Dixon.
Yeah, Tom, mine's gone wrong
It might
too.
not be the golden ticket that he was hoping for, but he's now got track position. He's at the front of this field. Don't forget, Scott Dixon won here in 2020. Takuma Sato won here in 2019. We've seen the caution out because of that misdemeanor that Takuma Sato had up at turn 2. Other winners around this St. Louis Gateway or Worldwide Technology Raceway in the field. Will Power, Helio Castroneves. Helio Castroneves won here 20 years ago. Incredible statistic. Joseph Newgarden, of course, has won here 4 times, 3 years on the bounce. Will he make it 4 on the bounce? Well,
yes.
Wait and see. To see Will Power now, who's at a pit, or has he pitted? No, I don't think he is. He's just
he hasn't come in according to my words, Tom.
of the field.
No.
And that car's being waved through. So we're 130 laps through. We're at the halfway stage here in St. Louis, and there's been plenty of drama. This is starting to bubble up, this race.
Oh, we're halfway there. And let's do a run through then, which is normal as you rejoin us. Pit stops coming in, and, well, right now, the computer's saying Scott Dixon is our race leader. Welcome to everybody watching us on JB Motorsports, YouTube and Twitch, and tuning in on Mixlr via USRN. It is a pleasure to have you here tonight for all of your viewing comforts. This is going to be a race that everybody really enjoys. Cars coming into pit lane. Joshua Birch, Adam Lemridge, and Omi alongside you in the commentary box, bringing you all the action. And Adam, this race is going to be fun as into the pit lane. I think this is a free... Oh, hang on a minute. Is this Augustin Canapino having some problems down there?
With an issue, and that's one of David Maluka's crew members expressing displeasure.
Yeah, he was...
Okay, so there's a few issues there with Canapino, with the Malukas engineer, and this is the reason for the yellow. Sato hit the wall out of 2, Adam, and just looped it back around. He's had suspension damage for the majority of the race.
Yes, Josh, he has, and you knew, I think we all knew it was coming, and we do have to say, if you're listening on USRN, speedy recovery to Daniel Ricciardo. He broke it. He broke a metatarsal in his hand at the Dutch Grand Prix, so he'll be out for a couple weeks. So Liam Lawson is taking over. So pit stops happening. So let's go to pit road for all the action.
Well, we can't actually hear them on pit road. That's the question as well. So we'll have to talk it through ourselves. Herta goes through. Power Palou. There's Palou, 7 seconds. Power 6 seconds. Herta 6.1. Rosenquist 7.6. Grosjean 6.7. Castroneves has been going super long. He was in there for 15 over that seconds. Now Daly coming in. Castroneves had a shocker, 17.6 seconds. Wow.
Halfway through the race, and
oh, hello,
folks. If you're listening on USRN, it's going to be a crazy second half of the race, so stick with us here. The rest of your Sunday night, and it looks like
we're back.
Okay, all right, Josh.
Sorry, thank you, Adam. A little issue with the Discord there, but we could hear Adam talking. Back up and running, and Omi, getting your thoughts past half distance, and then we'll get Adam's thoughts so far in this race. This is Colton Herta under yellow. On the alternatives, race for pit road. Hitting one of the McLarens as well. My God, they're just going out there. Somebody get the shotguns. It's Pato Wood on the inside too. Whoa, it's high noon. I want to watch a Western now.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a good race. It's absolutely been a good race. I think there's more action to come though. It's been quiet at some times as well. And to answer your question, I mean, I did get red slippers for this weekend as well. So, I guess overall this weekend, of course, too much of those as well. But yeah, We have Jess in the live chat as well. So, Jess, 2 questions. Number 1, how did your race go? Number 2, how did your commentary go?
We're coming in for green flag. And this could be very interesting, Adam, because Dixon leads, but Newgarden's right behind. So Dixon's held on for race wins here before, but half a race, this isn't going to last long, is it? Out of the last corner, gives us the boot. Ready, steady, hold. Yellow's out again, they're not happy.
Oh. So they're not bunched up?
Well, they are, so I wonder why that was.
Oh, right, that's surprising then.
That wasn't bad, Adam.
Or maybe at the...
Sorry, go on, Emmy.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't go back to green. But we'll probably go back again, this next time around. But Scott, for you folks who are listening, Scott Dixon extended his winning streak at the IMS road course. It was nice to see Scott Dixon back in victory lane. If he wouldn't have won this year, it wouldn't be the same. But Josh, we're going back to green flag racing, so hand it back over to you.
Thank you, Adam. Dixon's got them ready this time. Now he hits the accelerator, and now the green flag is deployed, and we are racing once again. And immediately the midfield want to have a little battle with each other. Pato O'Ward as well going for second position to Newgarden on the inside line. And then round the outside, there's McLaughlin making a move on the Lucas. Canapino getting back in there. VK Ferrucci, and look at where Pelot is, down in 14th place. And now O'Ward is battling, and they make contact. They're just about holding. Just a slight wheel bang on the entrance to turn 3. O'Ward v Newgarden not giving an edge, and O'Ward had to back out of it, and that's going to allow, what is that, Malukas past Rossi? It is. So McLaughlin coming back up there too, so O'Ward has really got to get past Newgarden here, but Dixon, Adam, that's the best thing that could have happened. He let him go in the distance.
Yeah, Scott Dixon Scott Dixon is the happy Kiwi. Is happy Kiwi right now, as we see the battle on track. I believe that is
Malukas and McLaughlin, I think, yeah.
Yes, yeah. This is what Scott Dixon needs. If Justin Newgarden Pato O'Ward, continue to battle Scott Dixon could extend that lead out just a little bit, but we just came back, from a caution involving Takuma Sato, so hopefully we'll get a long snap of green flag racing.
Let's hope, fingers crossed, that we actually go long in this green flag and not get another yellow soon, because we need to see as much action as we possibly can in this race as well. As this continues on, it could be the chance for a championship, of course. Let's not forget that it should be happening soon. We shouldn't really have too much of a problem going back to green flag running as they continue to attack on the exit curbs. Timing screen should be coming back on. I don't know what's happening with it at the moment. Driver truck is having a bit of issues. Santino Ferrucci there for AJ40 Racing, running in 8th position at the moment, so not bad at all for him as they come in. Nice to have everybody with us, of course. Watching what could be a record-breaking day. Either Pelot becomes IndyCar champion, or Newgarden sweeps the board, or, as another one I love, he doesn't, and we get Dixon winning to keep on winning a race this year. It's a confusing one to understand, but there's a lot to go on at the moment. Rossi could win as well from McLaren. His first win with McLaren could come. Power's out of it a bit too much, in my opinion, as well. He's too far back to start having the attention to detail that he wants. But Dixon, Newgarden O'Ward, 1, 2, 3 at the moment. As I'll try and fix what's wrong with our timing tower as well, in terms of not having the driver tracker working. I wonder what's causing it to go funny. It's one of those things where you just got to sort of kick it to get going.
Yes.
And we haven't got
technology one.
Yeah, go on, Adam.
I said, isn't technology wonderful, Josh?
I know. It's brilliant that we can talk to each other when we're in 3 different locations, and one is halfway across the world in America, Adam, that's you. but it is absolutely horrendous when just trying to get one iPad to connect to a laptop that's in the same room, connected via a cable, and it just won't want to work. So, brilliant as always. Some things, it's the basics. I know, first world problems. I know. But we enjoy bringing the coverage to you, and we enjoy doing it as well because it's a lot of fun up in the commentary box, commentating. The alternative commentary. That started after COVID because there was nothing else to do, and it's kept going. It literally became my job. As soon as university finished, we're in a lockdown. YouTube, I was already doing it, but it became my full-time job. And loving it now as a journalist as well, accredited with media around the world. Grid Network being one of the major ones, of course. Paddock passes to places. It's a very big honour to commentate. And hopefully you'll hear me on TV pictures as well one day soon. We're working on it. We're working on it. There's an agency.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting confusing. But yeah, look at that. 69 points now. Dixon's closed in on Pelosi. Dixon, Adam, comes back in, and Newgarden too. So suddenly, a championship that could have been wrapped up today now looks like it could go down to the final race of the year, because 69 points is not that much in IndyCar. It's 50 for a win.
True. And if I was Scott Dixon, I put the hammer down because, like we've all said before, we want to see the championship wrapped up in Portland next weekend. So, fingers crossed, everybody, that we see the wrap up. Yeah, we see the championship wrapped up in Portland.
Fingers crossed, indeed. Don't forget as well the teams championship looking to be interesting. And so is the constructors, actually. Chevy v Honda. That's fun. Teams championship getting funner. We'll update you all throughout that as well over the next few weeks. And next weekend, as we were with Formula E actually when we were at Portland, it is bigger and better, our broadcast, because we've got pre-shows across the Grid Network. So they're doing show. I think I'm hosting some of the pre-show actually as well, alongside Kobe and Ben. I don't know if you're going to come back, Adam, for that one, with it being on the main team
We'll
here.
see.
I hope so. Get in touch. Come back.
We'll see.
It's a one-weekend special. I know you left the Grid Network, but you're still there. Still in the group chat, still everything talking. It's nice to have you up in.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll be around next weekend for the IndyCar. I'll be around next weekend for the IndyCar action and probably do at least one practice session for the Italian Grand Prix at the Automotive Nazionale di Monza.
Love that track. It's going to be so much fun, and I look forward to having you in the practice sessions.
I love that. I love Monza.
And it could be a wet weekend, by the way. So it could be a wet race again.
Yeah. There's so much history at Monza, Josh. We all know it was Michael Andretti's first ever. It was Michael Andretti's first ever only podium in F1 when he drove for McLaren. And we know how dominant Michael Schumacher was, and we all know about the Tifosi, regarding Ferrari. So, folks, next weekend we'll have coverage of the Italian Grand Prix and also the NTT IndyCar Series, the BitNiler.com Grand Prix of Portland here on JB Motorsports YouTube page and on Twitch. So stick with us for all of your motorsports action next weekend.
Got the driver tracker back, found out what was wrong. It was the Wi-Fi. It took over the hotspot signal. So the Wi-Fi is not great in the commentary box, so we use the hotspots as well with data to connect to the driver tracker. So we've got it working again. And you are watching live pictures as they come through. Dixon from Newgarden, and that is Herta versus Palou. This could be crucial. Herta, for once, you may cause an accident. Just saying.
Yes.
Oh, he's getting close.
Yeah.
Palou is fighting him, and Palou's gone through with some supreme talent, I must say. Herta's going to stay right on the outside line into turn one.
Come on, Herta.
Oh, it's getting tight. Palou's going to stay on the inside line, and then he made contact. I was only joking, boys. I was only joking. Don't touch. Herta is not giving up. They are side by side for an entire lap.
Herta.
Oh, here we go again into turn 3. Palou down low, and they do touch. Wheel banging, and Herta has to back out of it. Palou goes through for 10th position. I know I was joking, boys, but they did touch twice, Adam. That's ridiculous. And now here comes the McLaren of Rosenquist.
Yeah, we don't need Alex Blood, to wreck today. We need him to have a good, safe run and, keep the championship tight.
Do it. Let's go back over to Tom Gaymore.
Calculators out. 29 laps since the last pit stop for Dixon, Newgarden and O'Ward. They can go about 65 laps if they really push it. So that would get us now up to, well, there would be another 35 laps to go. So we'd be into the 90s. That's still going to leave us. I really do question whether or not this is doable on one, because the final stop then, we've got, over 65 laps to do. So I think this is only doable on one stop if there's a caution, but we're right on the cusp. And as the NBC team said, bit of a tongue twister that.
That is.
The driver that's capable of making this work, pulling a rabbit out of the hat, so to speak, is Scott Dixon. But at the moment, he's got Joseph Newgarden right behind him, half a second behind. Newgarden's got the undercut up his sleeve. So track position here is critical. I don't think Newgarden will be able to pass Scott Dixon on the track at the moment. They're fairly evenly poised, both on the same tyre strategy, both on the black primary sidewall tyres now, and the front runners have all run the red tyres. Rinus VeeKay in 7th is the first of the drivers that hasn't run the red tyres in the top 10. But I just think that Newgarden will be looking for the undercut. But then if he goes for the undercut, he's going to stop short of Dixon. That's going to compromise him in terms of laps to the end. So there's lots to think about. Tim Cindric will be crunching the numbers on the Penske pit wall. Mike Hull will be doing the same on the Chip Ganassi wall. And those two, well, they're the two greatest at it. So if anyone can work it out, those two can. If any drivers could do it, Scott Dixon and Joseph Newgarden.
Thank you very much, Tom. And this is going to be fun now, Adam, isn't it? Mathematical gamesmanships between everyone. They can't make it to the end. 100 laps to go. At least another 2 stops. Caution time. It's going to be fun.
I don't think we've seen... I think, to me, if you want to win this race, not only do you have to beat Joseph Newgarden, but I think you got to beat Scott Dixon and... because if you can get to him, passing him, that's a completely different thing, Josh. You know that. I know that. It only knows that. So, it's game on and Gateway.
Murray Walker, so right when he said that. Catching is one thing, passing is quite another. And I was watching earlier on some commentary box camera footage of the great man from the 1997 Jerez European Grand Prix. It's called the Murray Walker story on YouTube, if you want to take a look at that. It's some cracking behind the scenes.
I watched it.
I thought you might have. I thought you might have. It's cracking, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. You still miss to this day.
Absolutely. Heart broke as well when I read that news. I've said that before on testing. It was older brother, David's birthday, having dinner. I pick up my phone and see the notification, and it broke me. Speaking of broke,
yeah.
How much of it's come through with Power and Ericsson? New car for Ericsson, of course, but he's handled it really well. But yeah, I can't wait.
I remember that day.
Yeah, everyone does. Not great. And I worry. Ericsson's had a horrible weekend, actually, just to interrupt myself. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be good. And it's really weird, actually, because I was looking at my phone on Instagram. I still find it weird that I see Alex Jakes active on Instagram, because I've sent him a message, he sent a message back, because we would, I think it was earlier on in the year during testing, I asked him a question, he replied, and ever since then, I can see when he's online, and he can probably see when I'm online as well. It's really weird to see that. And yeah, McLaren's
I want to see
coming
you
in.
online.
I don't think I have been for a number of minutes, maybe 6. But Ward's come in. He's done a 6-second stop. Rosenquist comes in as well. He takes off the primary, the alternate tyres, puts on the primaries. A lot of fuel going in, and he does a 6.4-second stop as well. But yeah, it is weird. Yeah.
Well, it says a certain Josh is active now.
I'm not. See, that's what I mean. Instagram active does not work. Look, I can prove it. Phone's not on. Phone's not on. It's right here. Phone's not on. Phone's not on. New gun in pits. Puts on. I love how they just throw the guns as well. In Formula 1, Ferrari just like to run them over. Or not have any tyres ready. God, they were annoying. It was like watching Irvine in what was it, 99, 2000 at Germany? That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's right, Josh, yeah.
You can see Porsche Super Cup online about 5 hours ago.
So I see Susie Perry. I see Susie Perry online all the time as well as Alex Jakes.
Yep.
So confusing.
Yeah, don't ask me why I messaged the Porsche Super Cup account, but I've got messages so many times back by them as well. So
they're
great
so
person
nice.
behind the account.
Admin's so nice. Pit road.
Handling these last couple of runs. I think they're going to make a big front wing change here. Sticker set of Firestones going on, and you see it 2 turns for McLaughlin, just trying to get the balance a little bit more in the window. Alexander Rossi a little bit further down pit road as well, but fairly happy with his race car. Alex Palou in as well. They told him he's on a different strategy, but they wanted him under green to go track down Ericsson and try to be the leader on that alternate strategy, Georgia.
David Malukas also on pit lane. Sticker blacks off, sticker blacks going back on. They filled it up with fuel, and he's on pit lane.
Great stuff. If you can hear them on pit road, the engine's so loud here at the ovals. Lundqvist comes through as well. Changes over a couple more. So it's going good, this one. It's just taking the time, keeping it through, and hopefully having a good end to this race. But Dixon, 10 seconds ahead of Ericsson, has yet to come in. Ericsson's been in the pit lane 4 times today and running in P2. I mean, that's just the ovals for you. That's how it can run.
That's right.
A well-timed caution will change this race. If someone goes into the wall...
I didn't even follow you on Instagram. There you go.
Who, me?
Thank you.
No,
I didn't.
about Adam.
Thank you, homie. Thank you.
I just realised I didn't follow him, so...
Well, your
Now you
Instagram your Instagram account is brand new.
It is.
There's Scott Dixon leading this race. Surprised I haven't done through the field, actually. 89 laps to go. Dixon, Ericsson, Herta, Power, Grosjean, the top 5.
I've always been a Twitter/X guy rather than Instagram.
Yeah.
But now
I still call it Twitter. It'll always be Twitter to me.
I still call
I just say X.
Yeah.
So most of us just say X to make fun of it, to be honest.
I call it the app formerly known as Prince.
Oh, that's a good one, Josh.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It's honestly Elon Musk. I will never forgive you, Elon, for taking away TweetDeck. You absolute war criminal against journalists.
Oh, yes, right. Can I feel sorry for you, Josh? I really do feel sorry for you because you have to pay for TweetDeck now, don't you?
Yes, and that was a crucial part. So maybe one day, but right now, to me, it was Elon Musk declaring war on journalists. And what he did was a war crime in my book against journalism, taking away TweetDeck. He's hurt my show, but I got up on him because Formula One's live tweet blog is a lot better. So we were, instead of seeing what everyone thought of it on Twitter, we were seeing what the actual team said. So the live blog that you saw today throughout the F1 race was a lot better. MotoGP also now has a live blog. The only thing it really harms is Porsche Super Cup because there isn't a blog for that live, and we had to use TweetDeck. So that's going to require a refresh of information going forward. But there's only 1 weekend left, so we'll make do this year and change for 2024 on that one. Touring cars is fine.
Hopefully.
Go on.
Yep. And also hopefully for Hopefully that it'll be on the F1 lap timing
Yes.
along with FIA Formula 2 and FIA Formula 3 as well. So hopefully they'll both also be on there as well. So it'll make our life very much easier.
I need a free weekend and a NASCAR race so I can create an OBS file for NASCAR. That's what I need, ready for 2024. Get it all set up. I mean, I could just copy and paste the IndyCar one because it's using timing 71, so it's not too bad, but we need more data as Ericsson comes into the pit lane because we lost TweetDeck, so we need, like, Bob... We need just blogs coming in and more information and positions for the Combox cameras, all that lot. Suppose, Adam, as well, we can't keep you away next year for some NASCARs.
No, it's good. I'll be here for NASCAR, IndyCar, Formula One. You know that, Josh.
It's going to be fun. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. The plan is, it'll be very much a 50-50 between us and USON. So it's like, but we will split up on occasion, like the Daytona 500. We'll do it, USON will do it. And then on bigger weekends, we'll merge together. And some weekends, like, we'll do some cross broadcasts as well, where I'm on the team, Matthew's on the team. But the idea is it'll either be me or Matthew leading the commentary team, or Matt White, depending on where it is. So it's over there, and Seth Eves as well. So just bringing everybody in a little bit, and I'm looking forward to it. But the biggest task, and you're going to love this, is teaching Matthew Owens to use OBS. That's going to be hard over the winter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Josh, you can do it, Josh, because I have faith in you. You know that.
It'll be done. Matthew, if you're listening, hi. Malukas going right round the outside of Scotty Mack. Not going to work out for 10th position at the moment. Malukas stays in 11th through 3 and 4. McLaughlin still 10th place.
I actually use Streamlabs.
You use Streamlabs, don't you? Yes, I thought you did,
Yeah, and Richie does as well, from what I know.
I think he does, yeah. We're on OBS and everything. I think Grid Network use Streamlabs as well, actually. Going on. Didn't know that. I thought you used OBS.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried them both. I'm just currently on Streamlabs, but I don't know. I might switch to OBS. I'll see how it goes. But Streamlabs is doing the job. I'm not having any errors. I'm not having any glitches. I'm not having any issues. So
yeah,
Streamlabs is doing it for me right now.
I'm not saying anything because otherwise my computer might cry. But at the moment it's going alright. Is our driver tracker frozen? Yes, our driver track is frozen. So it froze on lap 168. What? Driver track has completely crashed for ages. Oh, I honestly, it's been so shocking tonight. Oh, hang on a minute, I've lost... My phone switched to Wi-Fi. Oh my God, what's going on with this thing?
So, Josh?
Yes, go on.
Are the tweets on the JB Motorsport scheduled ones?
What's happened there?
Oh?
On Sky right now, we've got a cross feed between NBC and Sky F1. There we go. What was going on there? Hybrid.
No.
That was weird.
But...
What we get, you see, on Sky F1 here is the world feed with NBC commentary. It's how we just see everything, basically. And then Tom Gaymore fills in the blanks.
Due to NBC's 100 billion ad breaks.
Go on, Adam.
It's called, and Josh, you know this as Ben Schneider calls NBC, nothing
but
commercials.
Speaking of that, let's cross back over to Tom Gaymore.
58 laps since Scott Dixon's last stop, and he's desperately trying to make this on one stop. We've got 2 or 3 different strategies playing out. The interesting one for me, everyone bailed. Pato O'Ward was the first domino to fall, and Joseph Newgarden was the victim because the undercut there, Newgarden moved away from the strategy that he thought he was on, and now has fallen behind Pato O'Ward. But did Penske and the Chevrolet cars just not think they could match the fuel mileage of Honda and Chip Ganassi? That's the big question mark. We had 1 or 2 questions about this on Twitter about what are the differences between Honda and Chevrolet. There's 1 or 2 subtle nuances, but the big rumor this year is that the Honda engine has better fuel mileage, and we're seeing that. We actually saw last time out at Indianapolis, everyone bail early off of Scott Dixon's strategy. We're seeing that here again today. Surely Scott Dixon can't do the unthinkable, as we see Scotty Mack on the run there. David Malukas hold up behind the Ed Carpenter car.
That's getting tight.
And now, who's that up the inside?
Quite tell.
Think we've seen there the bottleneck of Ed Carpenter cause a bit of a headache for Scotty Mack and David Malukas as we ride on board now with Graham Rahal. Just a quick shout out to the likes of Linus Lundqvist, who's running his first race down in 22nd. Connor Daly, who's back in that RLL car, running in 20th. Good showing from those two so far.
Much to still beat.
Back up then, Scott Dixon leads at the moment by 8 seconds, and Adam, the question is, can he actually do the unthinkable and take a race win, just like at Indy Road?
I think he can, but I don't think so. I think, I still think Joseph Newgarden is going to find a way to win. But we've seen crazier things. We've seen crazier things happen this year, Josh, so...
We really have.
I think Joseph Newgarden will win, but if I had a second pick, I'd go with Scott Dixon. Because, you know, there's something in the water, you know, when it comes to Kiwis.
Hey, there is, isn't there? Power's in the pits, by the way, coming through. What do you think, Amy?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I actually, on the Grid Network thing, I literally predicted for Hello to win, but I literally didn't know that it was an oval. So, because I didn't really pay attention other than when obviously we get here, so I didn't know it was an oval first of all. Number one, I wouldn't have gone for him. Number two, obviously he was flying a bit low, wasn't he? So, not really the wise decision, but I didn't have a clue where we'd qualify. Didn't have a clue it was an oval. Didn't have a clue where we were racing. Didn't have a clue about anything. So. That's gone horribly wrong.
I haven't actually picked a winner, I don't think. Oh, maybe I did. I can't remember on Grid because I wasn't.
You picked Joseph Newgarden.
Ah, there we go.
I think you and I went with Joseph Newgarden, Josh.
I did. You were right. I did. And he's in. He could do it. I don't want that to be lost. I don't want Newgarden to lose out, and I want him to sweep it, because do you remember when we used to have the 3 500-mile races per year? It was here, Pocono, and somewhere else. I can't remember.
Fontana.
Fontana, yeah, the Fontana 500. And there used to be, what was it, £1 million if you won all 3. I think there should be money for winning all the oval races in a year.
Yeah, I think we should do that again. I enjoyed, having 3 500-mile races. It was, I think we should, because I think IndyCar needs to have the Triple Crown back in, IndyCar. Have it, the Indy 500, I guess here in St. Louis, and I don't know where we could have another 500-mile race.
Pocono.
Maybe Michigan.
Michigan would work. I know I said bring back Pocono.
And Scott Dixon is currently leading, Romain Grosjean in second, Pedro Ward third, there's Newgarden fourth, and Alexander Rossi rounds out your top 5. Scott McLaughlin 6th, David Maluka 7th, Alex Blow, the championship leader, is 8th.
Dixon!
And Scott Dixon is coming on to pit road. Could this be the last stop for the Kiwi, in this race? We're about to find out. So, Josh,
pit road.
Let's go down to pit road.
Coming to you with 65 to go.
Georgia!
Yeah, pit stop crucial for Dixon to take him to the end. Tires go off, tires go right back on. They are loading the 9 up with. So they asked him if any changes to stop. He said, we're okay. His last stop, 126. It's now 64 laps to go for Dixon.
64 laps, they've loaded up with fuel as well. He's on the primary tyre. That's a long way to go, but that's only around about 20 minutes, so it's easily done. Now everybody's coming in. This is Romain Grosjean in the DHL car, diving down pit road in what could be his last ever oval race in IndyCar, with a couple more left. Pit road again.
Probably the last 10 minutes or so, just save as much as you can. Save, save, save. So it's going to be more of a save here for Grosjean on this final stint, but hopefully the final stop for the 2018 as they try and pack it full of fuel.
A lot of fuel going in there for Grosjean as he'll rejoin in the back half of the pack here. 63 to go. And Stingray Rob came in as well, actually, behind. Just changes over again. So this could be the pit stop. And Dixon gets out ahead of Grosjean, so he keeps that lap back. So Dixon bolts early, and it's now Award leading from Newgarden. Who thought that would be the case?
Me. Nope, not me.
Didn't expect this at all. Award, he's good at ovals, remember Iowa, but lap 199, and there goes Power going through. That's to lap cars though. Grosjean will be next up. About to come up with lap 200 with 60 to go here at the St. Louis 500 kilometer race, of course. Not racing for $500,000. Should be really.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Go on, Emmy.
Tomorrow isn't the Singapore layout coming up?
Yes.
Isn't it? Excited for that. I'm guessing PSGL will probably have it in next year's season, I'm guessing.
Probably so.
Likely.
Probably so. And I'm looking forward to Singapore as well for a lot of reasons. One of the best races of the year. 2 hours, always goes the distance. Going to be a very fun race.
Well, I might be a bit upset during it.
Why?
Because one, it's my birthday. Two, Verstappen's going to win the championship there. So
that's true.
Not a good birthday.
That's true.
All going,
Yeah.
If he doesn't win, then I'll be happy. So.
all going well. Hopefully, we'll have Megan in the commentary box for that one, as always, and hopefully we'll have somebody actually watching the race with us in the box, not commentating, just watching the race. That'd be quite fun. Palou, just getting a new tyre, 5.8 seconds. That's not a lot of fuel to go in with 60 laps. He's on the primary, so Palou, 59 to go, gets going again. So yeah, fingers crossed it's all going to go well for IndyCar for the next 60 laps. We don't want to end with a red flag. We want to end it nice and smooth and go to the end. We've had enough of bonsai restarts recently.
Yes. We won't talk about Formula One.
And Formula 2.
Only the fourth red flag of the year though in F1. 3 at Australia and then 1 at Netherlands.
Yes.
Not that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. But I mean, we're going to get some more maybe coming up soon as well.
Yes, we will get Singapore. I think we'll get red flags, just because it's just poetic. Because when somebody's finally coming to the commentary box to watch a race, they're going to be treated to absolutely no on-track action and me filling with Megan and whoever's on the commentary team for that day. I don't know who it is yet, but it's going to be a lot of waiting around, watching. So yeah, I hope we're not going to rain delay, because that's the last thing I want, is just filling for an hour of useless talk again. Me and Josh T did that last year at Singapore, and it almost finished us before the race had even started, because Singapore is a 2-hour race where there's always drama, non-stop talking, and then we had to do an extra hour alongside the hour we already did for the pre-show. Go on, Amy.
Yeah, I hope there isn't really a delay, because I'd rather go enjoy my birthday after that. When F1's going to keep me.
You're going to be in the pit.
And my eyes are going to be glued. Yeah, and my eyes are going to be glued to the F1, so...
Oh, I've got the Chinese Grand Prix on my birthday, apparently, next year.
Ooh.
21st of April, yep. So, do you know what that means? Oh, yeah, it doesn't mean I get to relax. Oh, no, it means I'm up at 5 a.m. on my birthday to get ready for the Chinese Grand Prix.
Punishment.
I love Shanghai as well. It's a pit lane.
Unless it gets
inside the top 10 all day. Final stop here for Rosenquist with 54 to go. 4 Firestones and Shell Fuel, Georgia.
Worldwide Technology Raceway, the home of David Malukas' best finish just a year ago. He makes his last pit stop of the day. Firestone Blacks go off. Firestone Blacks go right back on. They're filling that up with fuel, and he is down the way.
Right, so pit stop's done then.
Not a surprise.
Let's see how long. 53 to go. There's Pato O'Ward. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yes.
Oh, and into the pit lane comes Scotty Mack.
Seconds of the lead, and they still have to stop another time.
Guys, even people like Will Power, well, Power Price has to stop again as well.
Georgia.
Marcus Ericsson sits on pit lane, but it was a quick stop for him. Didn't look like they filled it up with fuel, but definitely added some. Another set of primary tires for Ericsson.
And Newgarden has pit.
Covering.
Wow, Newgarden in.
Covering on Marcus Ericsson.
So do we see the two McLarens of O'Ward and Rossi come in on this?
They've
next
got
time
to.
by?
Well, they're going to lap.
One's out.
So I think they might.
Wow, so the two McLaren stay on the track, Adam, and that's going to put Newgarden a lap down on them. And if there's a caution, a late caution, then they are that could be a race-altering factor right now. If the caution comes out, then Newgarden's in trouble.
Yeah, we don't need Newgarden trouble.
Yeah.
Especially you and I, Josh.
Oh, no. Come on. Behave, everybody, on the track. I'm using what little energy I have left as cosmic force. I am running out the day here, and I am running out of energy. I would much rather get this over and done with. Radio.
I think no was the answer he was looking for.
Do you want to come into the pit lane? No. We extend.
You were running out of energy in the end too. First action of the day.
I know. I am ready to. I won't be on the Grid Network show tonight. I'm sorry, Joe. I'll more than make up for it throughout the week. I'm on the Encore show tomorrow. I'm on Grid tonight, and I'm on all the pre-shows next week as well. But he's hit the wall! He's hit the wall! He's hit the wall! He hit the wall! Newgarden hit the wall! Out of turn 2! Got on the dust! And he's hit the wall! He won't win all the ovals! Broken suspension!
Game over.
No!
Game over.
The curse! No! He's hit the wall!
Commentator's curse.
I don't believe it! I do not believe it! Joseph Newgarden crashes out of the championship contention! And points as they run. Alex Palou is only his 87 clear of Dixon, but Joseph Newgarden, with that crash, eliminates himself from the 2023 championship. I don't believe it! High drama at Worldwide Technology Raceway, Adam.
Well, Josh, there goes our quick winner.
Yep. I don't believe it! We were just talking about how he could do it. I said everyone behave. I said I was using what energy I had left. And he's gone and hit the wall. Pit stop for Pato O'Ward, who watches his closest competitor for a race win stuck in the pit lane. And the tears will be visible tonight for Joseph Newgarden. A double, triple champion will not repeat that feat. He is completely out of the championship order. 116 back as things stand, with only 100 points left on the board after today. Inside will be Dixon, but that has, in my opinion, Adam, just confirmed Palou as champion.
All right.
He was doing everything right. He was doing everything right to that point. It didn't look like the win was going their way either way, to be honest, but as he said, he went for it, and that was it.
So Rossi leads. He'll still have to make another stop along with Colton Herta.
Sorry, I thought we were hearing from pit road. But Adam, Palou effectively done it. Dixon, what is he, 85 back. Let's take a look how he did it. Just got off the line, and he just pulled him up.
Yeah. Flying, and there, well, the Oval Master won't do it this year. What a run he had. what run you had, Josh, but Scott Dixon right now is currently 3rd and Alex Palou 10th, so we could see the championship go to Portland next year, next time out.
Dixon's now up to 2nd. He's now 80 points inside of Alex Palou. The gap now has to be over 108, I think it is, of course, with points for pole position, of course. But Newgarden is 100% out of championship contention. He can miss it. That's him done. That one mistake has put himself out of it. Dixon's still in it. If Dixon wins here today and Palou crashes, game changes a little bit. It puts more pressure on Portland. But Joseph Newgarden, his championship ends here, and Omi, we've watched him throughout the year, the 500 win. If it was double points, he'd still be on it, but they changed it. Single points, which is it's only 50, but Omi, I can't believe it. He's out. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Major shock. Well, I predicted Palou to win, so I guess there's a bit of a chance that he might find the wall, because I did that, but I guess you guys are not going to get any points for that one as well. No. Like me, so at least you're joining me. At least
I got Verstappen.
Same here. That's about me.
Yeah, well, I think we all got Verstappen, because I'm desperate for points, because I need every single point I can get, so, well, yeah, obviously I don't watch NASCAR and all of that, so I predicted Vesti for F2, that went horribly wrong, and I predicted Schuring for the Porsches, but I didn't know what the grid was, so that didn't help.
You got more Schuring for race 2 though, so not too bad. For race 1, sorry. Herta pits.
Well, Josh, it was predicted after race 1 though.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I'd just like to point out, Newgarden won't be officially out of the race until after he's been stationary in the pit lane for 10 minutes. That's the work clock that is allowed to tick down. So you're allowed to work on the car, and if it goes over 10 minutes, that's it, you're out of the race. If it's inside 10 minutes, you're allowed to rejoin the race. But Adam, we haven't got 10 minutes left. It's a 23-second lap, 25. We're averaging 2 laps every minute. So there's only like another, 14 minutes left in this race?
Yeah. Let's go over, Josh. I think Scott Dixon is the driver to be right now, and I think Scott Dixon's going to win here at Gateway, and then the championship goes to Portland.
He's got the lead of the race, by the way, Dixon, because Herta came down pit road. So Dixon leads from Power, Kirkwood, your top 3 with 37 laps to go. Then it's Daly, Lundgaard, O'Ward, Malukas, Rossi, McLaughlin, Herta, your top 10. Palou, Rosenquist, Ericsson, VK, Grosjean. Then it's Castroneves, Ferrucci, Hunter-Ray, Lundqvist, Devlin Di Francesco, Ray Hall, Stingray Rob, Canapino, Carpenter. Newgarden is out, as well as Sato as well, out of the running order on the positions. Just wait for it to change over once more. But Sato out of the race. He crashed out. And yeah, Newgarden now 14 laps down, so he is going to be out of it. Yeah, Sato, Isla, and Pedersen, the 3 official crashing out, causing the cautions. But yeah, Newgarden out now too. And Daly pits. Daly in the pit lane from 6th place. Oh, not a night we wanted that. If Dixon crashes, by the way, Palou is automatically the champion. So if Dixon runs out of fuel or crashes or goes over the 100 points, he could be out of it. Let's see what Tom Gamewell has to say.
Go down to what Scott Dixon can do in terms of his fuel mileage, and if you look at what he's managed so far this race, he has done a couple of stints that are long enough to get him to the checkered flag, but they had 1 or 2 laps of yellow flag running, albeit the last one didn't. So Scott Dixon is in the driving seat here, and it's just a magician's performance to shut himself off from what is happening around him and just hit that mileage from the very first lap of this race. When the caution came out, we heard Scotty Mack's strategist talking to him about 3 stops. They were doing the same Mike with Scott Dixon, and he trusted his instincts from that moment on. Everyone else bailed, everyone else got sidetracked, everybody else couldn't hit the number, racing other cars, trying to vie for track position. Now Scott Dixon didn't, And look where he's ended up here, off the back of what he did last time out as well at Indianapolis. This is a tactician's performance from Scott Dixon, but we've still got 32 laps to go. Pato O'Ward's 20 seconds behind. We think the green flag delta for a pit stop's around 30 seconds, so Pato needs 10 seconds on Scott Dixon, really, but I don't think that is going to materialise. That said, Scott Dixon will be limping to this checkered flag. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens here. Pato O'Ward now with it all to do. The others will have to stop in front of him, and then it will be Pato O'Ward 20 seconds behind Scott Dixon. And he's not going to make up any of that time, I don't think, even with now Scott Dixon on full fuel save. He's lifting and coasting into turns 1 and 2, completely out the throttle. So everyone behind has been on the 4-stopper. Scott Dixon's been on the 3-stopper. No one now needs to stop, really, out of those that are challenging for the checkered flag. And I think this could be Scott Dixon's day with 29 laps to go.
Thanks, Tom. Could get that way. If you're rejoining us, huge championship contention, because out of the race has gone Joseph Newgarden. It's the St. Louis 500K. And boy, oh boy, have we had an exciting race. Alongside me, Adam Limrich and Omi as well. Adam, gap now in the championship. I'll just get it up on the timing monitor. Points as they run. If we take a look at it, Palou leads 5.61. Scott Dixon 4.89. And more importantly in this little matter, Newgarden 119 back. He's now out of it, but Dixon, if he wins here, could just hold himself inside championship protection.
Yeah, I think Scott Dixon's going to win here today, Josh. And what a performance last race, the Kiwi Scott Dixon. He won last time out on the IMS road course, and now here at Gateway, you can never count out Scott Dixon, no matter what IndyCar race it is. It can be a road course, street course, oval. He's always there. He's always lurking, and back-to-back wins. That would give him a lot of good momentum as we go to Portland, next weekend, and then the season finale at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca.
It's been an interesting night of action, and hopefully I think it's rounded off the day nicely of all the action we've been doing since 8 a.m. 8:50 this morning. 8:45 we all came in the comms box, ready to go for F2.
Yeah.
It's now 20 to 11. It's 10:37, and we're just waiting for it to come to an end. But it's been a good day of motorsport, and this wraps up nicely.
Yep, IndyCar, always great ending a European weekend for Formula One with an IndyCar to end it off as well. It's been a good one. It's had its dramatic moments, but it's also been quiet at times. Also, good news. So, as I did tell you in the MotoGP weekend about PSGL next season, I've changed my mind. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I will be there.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And so will you, I think.
Yeah.
You're going to be in PSGL next season?
Me? I am there next season. Yes, I am. That's brilliant that you're going to stay on. Well, fingers crossed.
And also you're getting the game, I think, aren't you?
Hopefully. It should be. Fingers crossed. If I'm not, if I should be. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully. We'll force you on somehow.
Well, if Richie can stream his game so that I can see, I'll happily return for some one-offs this season. And that is Newgarden. The timer is up. Now the 10 minutes is up, so the official's standing there. I don't think that can go back out as Malukas passes the 60 of Linus Lundqvist. And Lundqvist going very slow. What's up with Lundqvist? Has Lundqvist touched the wall somewhere?
Oh,
Lundqvist, he's checking the car, isn't he? Has he brushed up? He went offline, but I don't think he hit anything. I didn't see him hit anything. We'll get a replay in a minute. As Marcus Ericsson goes through on the inside line. Thank you very much. But, he has lost a couple of positions there, unfortunately, Linus Lundqvist, on his first oval appearance in IndyCar. And I'm looking forward to a break tomorrow. Reminder on USON coming up, there is the US Open. A couple of tennis matches over the next 2 weeks. I'll take a couple of them as well. Matthew Owens, Tom Dillon, and the US Open Radio will be taking you through quite a lot of them. And this is Linus Lundqvist. Oh, did he contact with David Malukas? A little bit, and he just outside of the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually,
Josh, I can say this to you, as a lover of tennis, I always look forward to the U.S. Open, at historic Flushing Meadows, last major of the year in tennis. And, if you're a fan of tennis, name you need to keep an eye on is Rafa Nadal. What a year he's had in the men's and women's, the men's final, the women's final, all, it always produces 7 tense actions. So stick with us at USRN for coverage of the last major of the season in tennis, the US Open at historic Flushing Meadows in the Big Apple of New York City.
It's a favourite venue of mine. I always love commentating.
Yes. Arthur Ashe Stadium. Center court. It doesn't get any better than that, Josh.
Gavin has said, thanks for the effort today, boys. The F2 call was excellent. Omi's best call? Omi, what do you think about F2? I think that was great action. To be honest, Omi, I think we've grown amazingly well in the commentary box together. But what was your best race of the weekend? What would you say was the best one?
Well, I guess it really is hard to tell. I guess I enjoyed the F2 feature the most.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
But my best call, I'd say it has to be. I have to say it has to be between today's feature race for F2 and Belgium's feature race for F2.
Yeah. I think
it's between the two F2 features.
I always think if we've had a good day with no stream issues, it was a good call. And we had another one today with F1. It was solid throughout, no problems, all good, liked it. And the same with IndyCar. I've been really enjoying this tonight as well. So if it's a good call, it's all good.
Yeah, I can say, I believe it was in the F2 race yesterday that thankful for the Halo, the Halo device in F2 because of a scary wreck that happened. So it was the rain played havoc at Zandvoort.
It was horrific. It's been raining all day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, I would like a dry weekend, to be fair. So I'm looking forward to Qatar. But it's rained there before, believe it or not, in MotoGP. We had a delay there in 2016, I think. Power's in. Late stop. Changing in, so he's coming through. And a squirt of fuel. Splash and dash with 13 to go. It's around about 6 minutes left of this race. Dixon, O'Ward, Malukas. Power takes P2, I think. Timing screen's all over the place. And there goes Malukas on Dixon. That's to unlap himself.
I will say, Josh, as an American, it was really cool to see Logan Sargent starting in the top 10 at Zandvoort. First time since, I believe it was Michael Andretti.
Yes.
He competed for half the season in McLaren. We started in the top 10 of an F1 race. So, unfortunately, he crashed out. In Q3 and in the race today. But he's learning. He is learning, and that's a good thing.
Hello to George. And the good thing is with Logan Sargent as well, today's crash wasn't his fault. It was a hydraulic failure in the steering wheel. That's why he crashed. So it was a good thing for him today as well. A lot of confidence. And Albon, I think, my driver of the day, P8 in the Williams, and a sterling drive. That Williams growing stronger and stronger, and it's so important to see it coming back to what we once knew as the great Williams name in Formula One. So James Vowles, the team principal, will bring that team into shape over the next couple of seasons, and hopefully it's back not just as a midfield, but regular podiums and hopefully a couple of race wins. The day Williams win a race, I will be very emotional. As Helio Castroneves enters the pit lane. Yeah, I can completely understand that, Adam, as well. I hope Williams win. It'd be such a good news story. And all they need is a good weekend. Look at Pastor Maldonado in Spain. Good weekend.
Yes.
And he got it. I still don't know how he did that. That 2012 Spanish Grand Prix was just like it was like the stars aligned for him. It was some form of cosmic force. Frank Williams' 70th birthday. Maldonado on pole, took the race win after a great fight with Alonso. I know the pit lane burnt down after that and everything, but it was just a magical weekend.
Oh, it says my TV is going to close. Oh, too early. We've still got about
8 laps, 7 laps.
Yeah.
And how, Josh, how about and also give a call to Pierre Gasly.
Yes.
On the podium for P3 for the Alpine. It was nice to see. He needed that. He truly needed that. And during F1, Juan Zhou was running P3. I mean, Alpha was running. Alpha almost had a podium. Wow. Juan Zhou is really surprised me this year, and because I think next year he can get on the podium. I don't know where, but I think he will get on the podium.
I think he will. I've got all faith in that happening as well. George has just said, fully agree with Gavin Jones. The F2 call with Josh Nehmer is brilliant. I'd say the best calls of this channel. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Oh, that's kind.
That's very kind. I'll tell you what, nothing beats though. There was a call. Adam, do you remember what was it? We did. When did we do that? It was me and you in the com box. Yes. I can't remember when it was now. It was an IndyCar race last year.
Yes.
I can't remember when it was. I can't remember. But there was that one. It was a couple of laps, and it was just epic racing. And that always sticks in my mind as well. I can't remember what race it was now.
Was it the Indy 500?
It could have been the 500 this year, actually, when you were in the box. But it could have.
Yeah,
it must have been.
Yeah. That was a fun race to call,
Yeah, I was.
Especially with the 3 red flags.
Yeah. I always regret.
Yeah, the Indy 500.
Where's that?
Yeah, the Indy 500 was a bit of a mess, where we just kept moving between cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of fun though to
George. Yes, and George. If you're watching, go back and watch our coverage of the Indy 500 this year.
I was boiling.
We had so much fun doing that race, and it was to me one of the best calls of this year's NTT IndyCar Series season.
Loved it.
I mean,
I was wearing a suit that day, and I'm in a t-shirt. That's how much it's gone down.
Yep. Yeah. And George is called. You should go back and go watch last year's Indy 500.
Yes.
I won't say who won, but someone picked him for pick a winner. I know it's been over a year. I still don't know how you did it, Josh.
I don't know, but it is the white flag. We're on the last lap. We've talked too much. 7 laps have flown by. Scott Dixon will win on an oval for the first time this year. He breaks the run of Newgarden back-to-back to get him in title contention. Scott Dixon wins the Bommarito Automotive 500 in superb style. Alex Palou will come home in 7th place and is denied the opportunity to become world champion in IndyCar this year. He will have to go next time out at Portland. 74 points the gap with 109 on offer. Newgarden eliminated, 125 back. 2-way fight for the title. But Scott Dixon, just like he did last time out on the road course of Indy, uses the Honda's extended fuel tank and wins in superb style. What a race, Adam. That came up on us quite quickly at the end of the race, but
yes, it did.
Dixon controlled it.
And what can you say? Scott Dixon, what can you say? He last time out at the IMS road course, nobody predicted him to win. I don't think anybody predicted to win, here at Gateway. And next time out, Alex Below, I think we all can agree with this. Next time out, Alex Below is going to wrap up the 2023 NTT IndyCar Series Championship at the BitNow.com Grand Prix of Portland International Raceway in Oregon.
I want an Omi Nizani round Monza FT practice, says George. You got it. We'll note that down. You'll get it. Omi, great race again. Great race to wrap up the day. And Scott Dixon, as Adam said, had it under control. And Polo, one hand on the championship, ready for Portland.
Absolutely, Josh. Yeah, Josh, note that down. I'll get that ready in our F-Tube morning podcast on Friday. But yeah. Alex Palau, obviously now on his way to the title, but obviously not today. He'll have to wait till next race, but that obviously is better for us as well. So then we can get Joe to interview him as well. So hopefully we can get an interview live on air. And Portland is just going to be exciting. And also that's the amazing thing about Portland as well. We get so much extra stuff because we also got it for Formula E when we went there about a few months ago. So yeah.
Should we cross over? Chip Ganassi was already there. Cross over and hear everything from our race winner, Scott Dixon with NBC.
NASCAR race, it's an IndyCar race, well attended in the summer. This checkered flag moment is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. Scott Dixon, 2 races in a row in victory lane. That's number 55 all time for the Iceman.
55 wins in IndyCar, and it is coming through as a new record. What a guy.
To celebrate right here goes to his family afterwards with Scott Dixon. Incredible
hug for the boss man. Let's see if we can grab Scott here before he goes around. How do you and this team continue to do what you guys do and find yourself in the lead and flip these races upside down time after time?
It's all these guys, man. Chip steers the ship, but just so proud of the team, so happy for everybody. We took a pretty good grid penalty today with one of those changes, but we had to go the alternate route, and it worked out perfectly. Definitely with the tires, it was hard to kind of keep them on, but this team were perfect, man. They gave me the number I needed to be getting, so massive thank you to everybody at PNC Bank number 9 crew. And how about that Honda mileage there, man? I had so much fun driving my Honda today.
It was impressive. The points gap sits at 74 right now, back to Pelot, headed to the final 2 races. You've got a shot. That's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah, we won't lift until we're totally out of it. But I know everybody on this team does a tremendous job to be 1-2 in the championship right now, and for all of us to have such a great year. It's a shame that our wins came kind of later in the season, but we'll keep pushing here and see what we can come up with.
They're back to back. Are you hitting your stride at the right time?
I hope so. It'd be a lot of fun. Maybe I get a little tense within the team here, but no, I think we'll keep working hard as a team and see what we got in the next 2 races.
They always are amazing and somehow find a way, no matter what. Career win number 55 for the Iceman, Scott Dixon.
He also has this knack for coming on so strong at the end of a season, doesn't he? How many times have we seen him come back from a deficit and fight for and sometimes overhaul and win a championship? It's just textbook Dixon, textbook Ganassi, textbook number 9.
Let's take a look now at the Pennzoil moment of the race. And this is one of those where there wasn't a specific moment on track, but I think you have to start on the pit lane because he went 65 laps for that first stop, longer than almost everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, really, the moment of the race could also have been when Scott Dixon simply arrived in Missouri, serving notice to the field that the master was here. But you're right, Kevin, it was getting the fuel mileage on that first stint that set him up for success.
Let's hear from Joseph Newgarden now with Georgia.
And Joseph Newgarden, after the incident, you came into pit lane and you said, I went for it. What were you going for and what went sideways?
I was just trying to catch up. I mean, I knew we were going to lose to someone in fuel save, most likely Dixon or somebody. If it doesn't, even if the yellow comes out, I think we're still behind. So I was just trying to get through cars as quickly as I could when I pitted, and it didn't work out. I got in the marbles, got just a touch too high, but I was trying to catch up, and ended up not being a good move. So that's where we landed. The team did a great job. Really proud of our group with the PPG car, and can't thank the team enough for all their efforts this weekend. Just didn't work out.
Can you leave Worldwide Technology Raceway and head into Portland saying I did everything I could do?
Yeah, I mean, we put together a good car, a good race. Just didn't work out, so we'll go to the next one.
Joseph Newgarden, back to Dylan.
Auto Award finishes in the second spot, kind of I guess, best in show, as you referred to it, to Scott Dixon. So you guys had a good day, had a good car, but what more did you need there ultimately throughout the race to just kind of keep tabs on the 9 car?
Yeah, Scott Dixon did Scott Dixon today. When they were telling me on the radio, 9 cars trying to make it until the end, he's gonna make it until the end. So I was mentalized that we were second in true running, and man, it's the lappers just don't help any. I feel like I do my dues whenever I'm not having a good day, and I don't screw the leaders' race, and it's just miserable to be behind because they block to protect, and it's just like, it is what it is. But I'm happy with the result today. It's another second place in the books for 2023. There's 2 to go, so hopefully we'll get that elusive number 1 that we're trying to look for into this season, and just keep on pushing. I'm happy with the strategy today. I was happy with my car, but it was just, Scott Dixon.
Another strong day for Pato in St. Louis.
I think he sums it up. That's our post-race recap. Scott Dixon, Pato Award finished 4th at Portland last year, where Scott McLaughlin won, and that's up next Sunday. Don't forget to tune in.
Yeah, I don't think we can go any further with that, can we? What an absolute cracker. Scott Dixon and Chip Ganassi and family take the photo, and another domination weekend. Right, that's us about done then. Let's get thoughts of the weekend. Driver of the day, I think, is something to talk about. And we'll start with you, Adam. Who's your driver of the day?
Scott Dixon. It's called? Nobody predicted him to win here at Gateway. And once Joseph Newgarden had his problem, Scott Dixon ran away with the race, and now the championship goes to the Pacific Northwest and Portland International Raceway. Alex, everyone's going to be chasing Scott McLaughlin since he's a defending champion, but Alex Palou got one hand on the NTT IndyCar Series trophy. We'll see if he makes it too.
It's going to be a lot of interest as well. Omi, what about you? Who's your driver of the day for the Bommarito Automotive Group 500?
Hard one. I wasn't really paying attention other than the front and Yukon, so I guess I'll go Dixon. But yeah, absolutely extraordinary race in IndyCar. Extraordinary weekend in general. I think we got treated to some great motorsport action today, so really enjoyed it. Looking forward to go to the Temple of Speed as well at Monza in Formula 1. Next week as well, and in Formula 2, Formula 3, and Porsche Super Cup. Obviously, the Porsche Super Cup and Formula 3 having their final.
And MotoGP will also be racing at Catalonia as well, so it's a very busy weekend next week. Well, my thanks to you, Adam, and my thanks to you, Omi, as well, for all your work, both of you, this weekend. It's been another classic. Newgarden eliminates himself from championship contention. Scott Dixon with 2 wins on the bounce this season now. He gets himself back into it. But, as Adam said, it's Alex Palou, one hand on the title. Next time out, we're linking up with the Grid Network as well for all the action from Portland. Joe Samaniego will be trackside. Don't forget, on USRN, thank you very much for your company as well. Next up on the call will be the NASCAR Truck Series. That's on USRN 2. And also the US Open will get started. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, though. And it's been another classic. My thanks to Adam, my thanks to Omi, my thanks to all of you at home. What a night it's been. Championship has been sort of changed on its head, but Palou could become a 2-time champion in 7 days' time when we head to Portland. Thanks for your company. Good night to you all.